Okay, go ahead.
All right. Your demon is Ross, and your fellow minions are Jed and George.
You say Jed and George?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and oh, you might register as good. I keep forgetting about that. I will make sure I put a big token right there that says you are good. All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I was a little behind there. But as I was going to say, welcome to Blood on the Clocktower. We are playing Struggle on Orbital Station Delta, and I have the bug, or the star bug, or whatever, from Red Dwarf, which is the like small vehicle for the Century ship, which is like 1,000 light years away, and like the last three human beings are on the ship, and they're a uh, terrible bunch of losers. And then the thing here is Star Trek. That is from the original Star Trek. That is a botanist background. It's just like, yeah. So that's what that is. And I am evil. I am the traitor. So what do I do? Oh, that's not even. You might register as good during the day. You may publicly choose a player. Once per game, they might die. Might register as good. Not a huge fan of that role. And from my understanding, I am very unlikely to be the. Yeah, well, obviously I'd like to be the brainwashed, but I don't think I am. So I'll show the rules. There's Glorious Starbug. Uh, yeah, we've played this before, so I'm not gonna dwell on it too long. But there she is. All right, sounds good. I'll see you later.
Feel free and use the chat to make reservations with people to chat with today or the next day. Don't don't put any relevant info in the chat. All right, do we got everybody? I think we're missing one. 14, 15. No, I think we got everybody. All right, I'm going to do that. All right, so I'm going to give. Oh, I need to give George a room.
George. So
Got
Jonah, are you
that.
playing?
No, I'm just spectating. Ergo, it says Jonah spectated.
Do you mind shutting your camera off for it?
Yeah, sorry. I will do that. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank
Get
you.
out of here.
I'm easily confused. I'll admit that openly.
Ross, you just
All
want
right, so
to
this is
deem
guys.
me
So this
evil.
is a new script. I'm going to give everybody 10 minutes.
Thank God.
All right.
All right, go. You still got to talk fast, Sarah.
All right.
Don't let
Start
Liz
I
talk your head off.
can't. Berg, I'm going to whatever room I find first.
My room's one above yours.
I found you. Yay.
Yeah.
Whatever room I find.
Greg, want to go
first.
chat?
I'll chat, Laura.
Did you say me, Laura?
Yeah. You want to come to my room?
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Ross, do you want to chat?
Sure, Chris. I'll head over to yours.
Okay, come to me.
Trey, can I ask you a storyteller question, please?
Yes, sir. Do you want to do it in chat or do you want to just me to go in my room?
In chat's okay.
Okay.
Good chat, Jed.
John. Come to me.
Sure.
So I assume this means we don't have Specimen 06 in play because we'd all know about it by now if we did.
That is correct. I would have to announce that to everybody. So.
I think it says good players know that you're in play. No, all players.
Yeah. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was a good
I
player.
was about to say, I'm pretty sure it says all players.
Well, it's okay for me to think things that are not correct.
Well, I don't want to make a mistake right off the bat. Yeah, all players know you're in play. You do not. Yeah, because they get to kill twice. So I thought about making it, but I was like, it's everybody's first game. We'll do that for something down the line.
It's great for games with high player counts to speed them up.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I thought about
Trey,
it. And
I just sent you a chat. Whenever you get a time.
Okay, so tell you what, I got 2 storyteller questions. Why don't we have Sean, you come talk to me first, and then Michael, you can talk to me.
All right.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna go to my room.
All right. I'll wait for Sean to come back and then I'll go in.
I should have went pee, man.
Do you have a demon question, Michael? Again, or
Yeah.
No.
Anybody want to chat?
Ross, you want to talk?
Ross, I'll talk to you. Oh, Stephen going?
Yeah, I'll do Stephen. Then
I will
Sarah.
not jump in line. I'm not rude.
All right, so I'll jump. I'll go over to you next, Sarah. But Stephen, I'm going to your room.
Okay, I have to find my room.
Lynn, do you want to talk?
Hey.
I'm not happy about this.
No, it's this is rough. Okay, so I am the replicant. You are the
Traitor.
okay. Bluff rolls that are available. I've taken Quartermaster. Botanist and Officer are the other 2 available.
So I'm sorry. What did you say you were taking?
I took Quartermaster.
Okay.
So Botanist and Officer. If you don't mind sharing that with Jed and George.
Botanist and
Officer.
All right.
See, as Traitor, you could double claim Captain, could you not?
I could. The problem is my ability's garbage. I guess that's what I'll do. And you would prefer that I hand out the other roles?
I would. Or,
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
that's fine.
As Quartermaster, I can tell you because I'm replicant, the actual count is 8231. But I'm going to claim 9131. And if anybody asks me, then I can say that I was poisoned. Or should I tell them flat out that it's that it's 8231? What would you do?
Dude, I don't know. I actually got confused with what you said. You said the actual count is 8231?
Yes.
And
yeah, I
typically the goal is to make it look like it's something else. However, it's kind of obvious. Like I've bluffed before with the actual information, thinking what kind of a person would do that. So I don't necessarily think that's a bad play, because like if your information points to you being in play, people are going to naturally think it's not you. Like why would you? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Give the actual information, because
okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Especially if the information because I think that makes sense, because if it becomes obvious that your information's wrong and then you're like, well, I'm poisoned, then they'll be like, well, let's kill him because he's probably lying.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I plan on doing. Awesome, man. Thank you.
All right,
I gotta go find Sarah before she gets suspicious.
All right, sounds good.
My play pisses me off.
But Michael, you were the demon.
This last time.
Stephen, do you want to go to a room?
Not this
sure.
time.
Who's that?
Me, Elliot.
Sarah's talking with Laura.
Happy to go to your room.
All right.
Still doesn't mean I still can't be pissed off about it, Jonah.
I feel like we should.
Okay, I'm not particularly sure. I want to say loads, but I didn't want to not talk to anyone either all day, if that makes sense.
Nope, not at all.
And thought that at least if I went and spoke to you, I don't know if I should be saying more.
So you're specifically speaking to me to not look sus. That's the thing you're saying?
Yeah, I mean it will. I'll probably say more tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how to play my role and play the script a little bit. I don't really know I'm treating the script like a Sex and Violet script where I know none of the roles really well.
Okay. Well, you have given me a headache.
Why?
Well, because I'm trying to figure out what the heck you're doing.
The truth is, I don't really know. I'm hoping I'm making the right decision here, and
So what you're doing is basically you're not talking a lot, and because you're not talking a lot, you're choosing to talk to me, and there's no substance to this conversation.
yeah,
That's what I was gathering, and I'm trying to understand why that is. Are you an outsider?
no.
Okay. Are you the captain or the janitor?
I'm not doing this as 20 questions.
Well, the reason that there's a specific reason that I'm asking questions. The reason that I'm asking that is that if you're one of those roles, you are the opposing player to an evil role, and I'm just trying to understand why it is that you're acting weird. Like so let's just put it this way. If you were the janitor and you're afraid that people are going to look evil, then, like that would be a reason to explain your behavior. At least that's what I've come up with.
And from them, yeah, I will explain my behaviour at a point where I think
That's
it's
fine.
helpful. I just
Okay.
I might have it wrong, but for me, having at least one person knowing I'm deliberately being weird, if that makes sense.
Yep. Well, I'm
when
definitely going to
when I'm
write it down.
setting.
That Elliot was weird. If I even have you written down, I don't appear to have you. Oh my goodness, I appear to have stopped writing my notes at some point.
I have to say, writing down that I'm weird probably isn't information specific to this game, though.
Well, I talked to you. I mean, it's information I have.
Yeah, no, I'm just making a bad joke. Okay, I'll let you go. I know you'll want to talk to people who say things of substance.
Yep, that's fine. I actually thought you had left because you suddenly stopped talking.
Nah.
All right, sounds good.
Okay,
thanks for the chat.
Do you want to talk, Elliot?
Okay. My room, because I can't see yours on the list, is probably lower down.
What?
Jed, can we talk? Jed?
He just left.
No, fuck.
Or do you want to talk to me? I'll talk to you.
Yeah, but we can chat too. I like you.
Awesome, thanks. That actually means a lot. Yeah.
You want to just come to my room?
Yeah.
All right, Sean, do you want to talk?
Yeah, I'm always down for a good chat.
I don't know if I'm not promising a good chat. We'll have a chat. Third room down is mine.
Who's speaking?
That's me. Hello.
I was typing, sorry. On my way. All right, I'll start by saying I don't trust you and I think you're evil.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm just
I'm a
kidding.
good kill.
I will tell you that I am a townsfolk. I have done nothing. And in my chats with Laura, there is a 33% chance of an outsider claim. So we could be dealing with one outsider in the game thus far. Potentially.
33% chance of an outsider? I'm so confused. I got a text.
We did a 3 and 3. So
okay.
One of the roles that she told me was an outsider role. So that's why I'm saying.
Well, I don't put much weight on that at all because people often lie about their roles, good or evil.
Yes, I agree. That's why I was just saying I haven't particularly learned much pertinent information. I did not have a night 1 role.
Nor did I.
About all I can really say about my role is that I'm a townsfolk.
Yeah, so I top half, bottom half is a thing, and I'll just say I'm top half. You don't have to say, but you can if you want. Oh.
Yeah.
Or
Then
they can
everybody
get-
had to eat rations.
Okay, everybody, it looks like we are all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
I work 8 to
50.
4.
All right.
Well,
So
they probably
nominations
do
are
that.
open.
I
so go
nominate
for it.
Lynn because I
I'm
think
not-
she's evil.
Damn it!
I have an
All right,
announcement.
Michael
Make before
nominates
this.
Lynn.
I just got a feeling she's evil.
I'm not.
Michael
I'm
nominates
gonna
Lynn.
swear like a fucking trucker pretty soon.
Well, let's not.
Where the heck are you? Yes.
Well, if you can't tell who has lag, it's probably you. And I can tell, so probably it isn't me. Bad logic. Anyway, I'm gonna pause the video because I don't appear to be connected to the internet.
Who's been nominated?
Me?
By
Yeah, you.
Edgar.
But we're actually taking a bit of a break at the moment, so
Yeah, but Sarah went to go pee.
Oh, okay.
And so did
Okay.
some other people.
I will repeat my accusation so that Stephen can hear it. Stephen said that I look like Ross, which was a good comparison, but we're not the same person. And I said I would nominate him, so I stand by my word. And I think he's evil. I'm suspicious of him. I got some suspicious activity
Yeah.
going on.
I always wait till I'm evil to talk to about Edgar and how dumb his appearance is or whatever.
Wow. Okay, I won't nominate again. A double nomination.
Yeah. Yeah, personal information. I can see the resemblance between Edgar and Ross.
You can't or can?
Can.
Can someone nominate Elliot in my set after?
Oh my goodness. Elliot's pretty close to the Edgar, and you just need to finish the job.
Even more reason to nominate Steven because he's picking on Elliot.
Edgar, it doesn't matter how badly you want to kill me, you only get one nomination.
All right, so Steven, did you give a defense?
Oh, I thought the game was on pause.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. You're right. Oh, Sarah's back. She's good.
I'm also back.
And Sarah
I don't
is
think,
also
I don't think
Is
Ross
Ross
is
back?
back.
Ross
I don't
went.
think Ross is back.
Oh, Ross went as well. Okay.
Well, I can't tell because there's a Ross-like figure on the screen.
It's 100% real.
Okay, Ross got assimilated. Resistance was futile.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, I
Everybody look
forgot
at
to
your-
change my background. I'm still a monk.
Everybody, look at your chat for a second.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
Michael, have you got a picture of Salt Bay in the background because you're salty? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Honestly, I gotta say, randomly nominating people and not saying anything pertinent to why they'd be executed other than a vague.
Well, that's what happened to me on the last game. So if it's good for me, it's good for anyone else.
Pretty pointless. and
Okay,
what
so
if they
anyway, I
actually
have
want
one last thing, but before we vote. Normally, the people do say when they're chosen. I will share that I was chosen last night, which I don't know. That means that there's either a probe or a janitor in play.
Was there anybody else that was chosen? Or was just you chosen? Is anyone else gonna come
I
out?
can't speak for anybody else.
I'm going to take that as a no.
I just don't think we should be executing people off of I think this and then no evidence given.
Well, I think it was just a joke anyway. But it seems like it's going to
Yeah,
have a
sure.
reoccurring theme.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And then you guys wonder why games take forever. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah,
start the vote,
because of
and the
that,
vote
we're
is
not
going to
killing
start with
anybody.
Mohammed.
Okay, wait. Turn the timer down to 1 second, please.
Then I
Tra-
get people yelling at. Okay, so here's the deal, Varg. Then I get people saying that it went too fast and they get their vote in. So I'm gonna leave it at 1.5.
Okay, that's fine. That's actually very.
I mean,
Yeah.
because it's either way. At least it's not 3 seconds.
Yeah, well, the other thing is it's actually really problematic if the evil person's voted and then it went like flying past because everybody thought it was a joke. And yeah, it's best to just keep it 1.5 in my opinion. Because like, what's he supposed to do? Like,
Not two more. Ross, you should have voted on this.
the reason I'm not is because I'm kind of with Varg on this. Joking's cool, but I'd like to get some information.
I wasn't
said
actually
that he
looking
was
at the
evil.
grimoire. I'm quite surprised that I got 5. All right.
I wasn't even paying attention. I thought that was a joke nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
think
it
it was a
wasn't.
serious thing that
I
might go
said a
through.
joke at the beginning, and I said I had suspicion on Steven.
Yeah, but you didn't. No.
Edgar, I need to chat with you tomorrow. I
I
need
just
to know
voted
what.
because I told Steven I would kill him this
I
game. 'cause
said
he's
I
chaotic.
had suspicion
my
on
goodness.
Steven. I could not
With
elaborate any
no
further.
detail, you have not convinced me.
Oh, you don't have any
I
information
actually
to
would
back
have
it
voted
up?
if I thought he was
Okay.
actually good
Was
today.
it social read, Edgar?
We haven't talked, so I'm being honest about that, but I have some information on Stephen.
Okay.
Very convincing.
I'm assuming if a quartermaster was in play, they probably would have wanted by now to tell us how many outsiders there were.
Quartermaster. The actual count. 8231.
8231. So we have a replicant in play, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
231.
I was going to wait and see if anybody actually claimed outsider to confirm whether I was poisoned or not, but
2 of the outsiders can't really claim.
Correct.
We could just have those 2 outsiders.
Wait, who said they were quartermaster? Was it you, Ross?
it's me. Yep.
Yeah, okay. You said it was 8231.
8231.
Okay, great, thank you.
So our demon might register as good, and the townsfolk.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Okay. Actually, that's a pretty good point. All the outsiders suck. Why would they tell you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Do we
was
have
like,
any
okay.
real nominations? Because I'll start a slow 10 count if not.
I would like to nominate Ross.
John nominates Ross.
Dude, Jonah.
John, your accusation.
Hi, Jonah.
Accusation would be he's already served his role. He could still chat afterwards. It wouldn't hurt to just have a death in the game, get things moving up. So no real suspicion on him, but I don't think he's a bad kill, and so we might, gain some stuff out of it, get into the night. My accusation.
Okay, Ross, your defense.
Defense. Yeah, my power is spent, but I'm also a positive vote.
Stephen,
for
you
the
need to
town.
take the seat, by the way.
I'm a positive vote, and I'd much rather stick around. I'd rather kill a potential bad guy than a 75% confirmed good guy.
I have something. Can I have a thought I can add to that?
Yep.
I don't think there's really any characters in the script, are there, who gain anything from us killing a good guy? So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that we would do this.
Are there any roles that kind of there are no like Undertaker light versions of roles on this script? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I've looked through them all. I don't think there are.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Okay.
really make a lot of sense to kill a mostly confirmed good person.
There is a doctor that could check him and see if he's dead, but that's about
Okay,
it.
there's armorer, and armorer could check with. I don't know if we have an armorer and they saw a minion, and Ross is secretly a minion. I mean,
There is
the armorer
there is a security chef that if the person that is a security chef nominates and he nominates a minion, then all other evil people are drunk.
I mean, we can go down the list of all the roles, guys.
So, I'm answering a
All
question.
right. Well, the question was: is there anything about killing a good player at night?
Yeah, but
That was
the
the question.
opposite is
Other than hurting my feelings, no.
Okay. So we're gonna start the vote here, and it's gonna start. This is on Ross, and it's gonna start with Lynn. Here we go.
Ross, can we chat tomorrow, please?
Sure.
I don't like Ross as a kill.
Me neither.
There's no bet to kill. Is it not worth getting 7?
Me either, but
Just in case we don't have anyone else.
Hmm.
Oh, do we not want to kill?
I don't know. What number
We're
are
on
we at?
even.
If we're at even,
We're
we
at
should
14.
kill. No, we don't need to kill if we're at even.
Yeah, we're on
I
even.
don't know how anything works.
We can get a night of information and then figure it out
3 is
tomorrow.
not
We're on
enough.
even.
So a question I have with the outsiders, seeing that they all suck, if you are an outsider, outing yourself as one and getting killed off and saving the town the hassle of whatever it is you do wouldn't be a bad thing. And if there are 2 of them,
Unless you're the civilian.
I would say don't come out if you're the villain until you absolutely
Yeah.
have to.
And if you're brainwashed, you wouldn't know you're outsider.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so there's no reason for the test
And I mean-
subject not to come out and die.
Yeah, I
the
guess
test
there's
subject could just get killed. Right?
or
If you're
infirm for that matter, right?
Well, I mean, with the infirm, like, wouldn't it just be best to kind of wait until you get poisoned and then you die
Well,
anyway, right? Like
the
save
infirm
execution.
is a good like either probe or
Probe,
brainwash
Yeah,
sensor.
yeah, it would detect, like,
Oh,
if the
that's true.
probe, it could validate that there is a probe in the game.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so-
start a slow tick count.
All right. No, if there are no test subjects, then all right.
Stephen, after I speak to Ross, can I speak to you as well, please?
Sure.
Oh, I mean brain leech, not brainwash.
May I hold on? I was reading. Can I, Ross?
Wait, way too much brain activity happening.
Never mind. I'm gonna save that thought.
Oh,
Jody,
it
can I
looks like
talk to
he's
you
counting
for
down.
talk today?
Yes.
Yep. All right. So nobody
yeah, sure,
has
after-
died
after
for the
me.
day, so I will open breakout rooms. George, you should have a room now.
Breakout rooms. More like shakeout rooms.
Wait.
What on earth was that?
That was my child. That is what I live with every day.
Wow. I was like,
I'm definitely
it
gonna
seems
go
like
shake
we've
my shakeout
gone
room.
downhill in maturity.
I was like, who did that great impression? Like, that was good. Damn.
Wow.
Oh, that was funny.
So I don't really have a game. Like, I get an extra kill. I guess that's really my thing. All I know is that we have the replicant. Each night choose a player. If they die, you might register as good and as a townsfolk. So basically half of us register as good. So if they pick Ross will identify himself as chosen. And I might register as good. I identify myself as chosen. I am validated as good. That's good. Oh, but the problem is that if I'm the traitor, I also register as good. Interesting. That sucks. So I don't really want to come out as the captain. Yeah, I don't.
Hold on. Let me do my thing.
Yep.
All right, looks like 15 of us are here. All right, in the night you learned Elliot has died. All right, I will open breakout rooms. I will give everybody 9 minutes.
I was chosen today or last night.
I've got useful information.
Can you chat, please?
Elliot?
I am the infirm.
You want to talk to me? Oh, who was that?
Okay, so Elliot, what does that mean?
He's the outsider. I believe
One of-
he's thinking that that means that he was poisoned.
Poison.
However, only one
No,
person died, so I
because-
think that you just were
I
a
think
bad.
I think I was just suspicious enough because I wasn't telling anyone my role, but I'm not upset about that either.
Yeah.
Fair, he could have
That's
been.
fair.
Okay, Michael, I said I'd
Yes.
chat with you. I'll go to you.
Yeah,
sir.
Hey,
Go to
Ahmed,
my
can you
one.
talk, please?
Yep. Go to yours.
I'll go to your room.
This also means that there could be a crawler in play.
Oh,
Good.
that is true.
If Ross got wrong info somehow, then it could be a
Sarah, you
crawler.
want to talk?
I mean,
Yeah,
it
Edgar, I
could be
can talk
sat.
to you.
It could be sat next to
Let's go to your room.
a minion.
Yeah, that-
if that's the
Steven, do you wanna
case.
talk
but-
really quick?
Sure.
That's why I gave my information publicly. I thought it's too risky for everyone not to know something that might affect the demon type.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Hello. So I heard people are getting chosen. You got chosen yesterday. Do you know if your info might have been bad or?
I would not know if my info was bad.
Okay. Well, I'm here to tell you that your info is probably not bad because I'm the janitor. And I think to prove that, I chose Ross today, and Ross claimed Quartermaster. So if I was the probe, why would I have chosen?
That is a good point.
Cleaned out Quartermaster. So I think this confirms more or less that I'm
Well,
at least.
it lines up. I mean, the thing is that bluffing is a thing, so you could make a suboptimal play to prove yourself, if that makes sense.
I could, but Ross claimed he was chosen.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess, yeah, you're right. I still could be the probe playing weird, but.
But I mean, the logic checks out. Like the straight play would be that you're good because otherwise you would be wasting your ability.
Yeah. So, what are you? I'm the janitor.
I am the captain.
You're the captain again.
I'm not telling people I'm the captain.
Don't. Don't until you have to. I mean.
Well, the only reason I told you, well, I don't actually think that you're confirmed, but I'm inclined to believe you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's fine. I have heard rumors that someone is the Redshirt.
Okay.
So if you wanted to captain them, they die, and then Redshirt ability goes off, that would work.
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
So captain kills someone at night. Redshirt says when you die at night, all good players learn your character.
Okay.
You could sync up, kill the Redshirt, and then we could say, hey, in chat in whispers, and just expect all good players to say, I heard Redshirt.
Okay.
Just suggesting. I don't know.
Well, I don't actually know who the Redshirt is, so.
I might not.
That's fine. You can send them my way if they like that idea.
Okay, I'll talk to them first, I guess.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I think Ross is confirmed good. You're confirmed good for me. I know I'm good.
Yep.
Elliot claimed infirm. If Ross's info is good, which I'm inclined to believe it is, because I guess you could also be the replicant, which would be weird. So you can't be the traitor, but you could be the captain.
I'm sorry?
I'm thinking because I'm like, okay, well, because I remember that there might be a replicant. So you could be the replicant who registered as a townsfolk to my ability.
Yes, I
my
guess that's
ability
true.
only shows townsfolk, but you couldn't be the traitor because the traitor can't register as a townsfolk. They can only register as good alignment. It says as good, and then replicant says as good or as a townsfolk.
Okay. Yes. I'm just trying to follow everything that's being said. Let me look at this here.
Janitor pings are only told if they are townsfolk.
Yep.
Like I had to choose a townsfolk.
Yeah. So the traitor is good, meaning nebulously townsfolk or outsider.
Well, I don't know because normally those are two separate things. Registering as good or evil.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't know how that would work because, like, for instance, register as good, maybe it could register as either since it, like, is nebulous.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I guess if Recluse can, because Recluse says you can register as a minion, demon, or evil, or another outsider, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it specifies as evil versus as a demon. You could register as a good demon. For some reason. For some idiot reason.
Well, I'm not a good demon.
Are you the Hecate? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
If I was a good demon, I would be the Hecate.
It would be the Hecate. The Hecate script's coming back, by the way. Just putting it out there.
I hope not. Every time you say that, I tremble a little.
It's different now. It's like Mole now, where you can guess the good Hecate is evil and win.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, I think we're good.
Yeah. Sorry. This game we're good. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. I'm gonna go talk to Lynn before she outs me and claims I'm evil because I didn't choose her last night, even though I said I would.
Okay.
Interesting how today not many people are talking over the whole chat thing.
And I've been overwhelmed with requests for people talking to me.
George, you want to talk?
Stephen.
Oh, sorry,
no?
Michael.
Was
You
that
had
no,
said.
Elliot?
I'll talk to you, Michael.
Thanks. Hey.
Yeah.
Don't confirm anything, obviously, but if you have an info roll, do you believe your info? because I believe you're sitting next to a minion, or you're being poisoned.
You believe I'm sitting next to a minion or poisoned?
Yeah.
Let me look where
Possibly,
I'm sitting.
possibly. The reason being is I actually nominated Lynn purely from the last game, and then the way she reacted, she was very angry, and she only does that when she's evil. And also,
I think you got that
I
reverse.
I got that reversed. No,
Yeah, when
every time
she's
I've played with her,
well, that's fine.
she's
I'm
evil.
just telling you what I think. I think that when
Yeah.
she gets the most belligerent is when she's good. However, she didn't actually get belligerent. She just threatened to get belligerent.
Exactly. The other thing too is, yeah, well, if that's the case, then that throws my thing out the window. But I don't believe Ross's data that he gave.
Okay. I don't
yeah.
have any way of knowing if I'm poisoned or
Okay.
was poisoned.
Because yeah, either Ross is good and he's poisoned, or he's evil and he's just bluffed those numbers.
Okay.
Because that's not right.
Why do you say that?
Just other info that I've found out. It doesn't make sense that there's two outsiders. The only way there's two outsiders is if there's a replicant. And I don't believe there's a replicant in the game.
Why not?
Just from info that I've found out.
Well, that's what it always goes back to, that notorious info.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. Give me one more day.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you exactly why I'm telling you this.
Okay. Well, I am inclined to think that you're wrong, especially since you didn't give me any reason to believe your information. But that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying I
That's
think
cool.
you're evil. I just think that you're wrong. But
all right. I mean, I could be poisoned as well. So that's another thing that I need to be aware of.
okay. Well, let me look and see where you're sitting.
Yeah, I'll trust you. I'm the researcher. I'm just over this fucking game. I'm the researcher. When I asked Trey first, I got not replicant. Hence why I don't believe Ross's data.
Okay, that would make sense.
And then I got told that the demon killed Elliot, which then eliminated it.
Well, I wasn't necessarily insisting on your information. However, I am going to write it down since you're giving it. So you said not rep. And then the second thing you said was...
Demon killed Elliot.
Okay.
Now, I could be poisoned, but so could Ross. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all I've got. So you're the only person that knows any of this. I told
yeah,
Ross that
well, and
might
that's
be
the thing.
poisoned.
I actually think that it's equally likely that you or Ross is poisoned. So, like,
Well,
because
if
you're
I
just
find
two
out
people.
one more thing,
Okay.
Yeah, if I find out one more thing and it's completely shit, then we know that the replicant is in play and Ross isn't poisoned.
Well, let's put it this way: your the demon killed Elliot information.
Yep.
That seems like odd information because, like, that would be obviously that's what happens. The demon kills people at night, and the fact that he's claiming the infirm makes it likely that that's not the case. But I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe that's why you got the information, was to like say, hey, by the way, it wasn't the infirm's ability that killed him.
Yeah, that's why I want one more day at least before I came out with my info. But you know it. I'll tell you the next day's info.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go to you.
Hey, Ross. Ross. No, he's gone.
Elliot, you want up? Like, I just realized the rooms are closed.
Yeah.
Now I got cut off.
I don't know about that, Chris. I don't know. I think it's just might be a thing.
Yeah.
Lynn, I wanted to say that I have something to tell you tomorrow.
I wanted to talk to you, Vargan. I went
I
to my
know.
room, but you didn't follow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say that. I was sorry.
Everybody, the nominations are open.
I still want to nominate Steven.
All right, Edgar nominates Steven. Edgar, your accusation.
I still got some suspicion on Steven from what I've heard from other people. And yeah, it points to Steven. I cannot give the information because it will out people's roles. So yeah, that's the only thing I can go on. I just want to protect my sources.
Okay.
That was it.
So I'm defending myself. I can't defend myself because I have not been actually accused. So I rest my case. Well, I understand about protecting your sources, but you could give information without giving your source. Like, there's nothing to defend because nothing was actually said.
So
there was some pings on you.
Edgar, can you
Does
give us
anybody want to add
any clue at all instead of just there is information ?
Because unless you give me something, I can't vote on this in good conscience.
Okay, Edgar. So just as a point of clarification, Edgar. So you saying there was a ping from what role? Not the person. What role?
From an officer.
Okay.
Officer. What's the officer do again?
Yeah.
Each night you learn 2 characters exactly what is in play.
Okay.
So I assume what you're saying is that an officer saw 2 characters on the same night, one of which is Steven's and one of which is one that someone else is claiming.
I think so.
So, okay.
That's weird, because I think I've only told one person my role, and it definitely wasn't Edgar.
Is there a question?
Yeah, we haven't talked from other people.
Yeah, Trey, can you just clarify officer really quickly? So do they get to know 2 roles, or do they get to choose a character in another roles?
They don't choose anything. They're given 2 roles. One is in play, one is not in play.
Okay, each night. Got it.
And it's not like the Dreamer where it's a good and a bad role. It's literally, these are 2 roles. One of them's in play, and one of them is not.
Okay.
I would like to say that information does not raise any suspicion in my eyes for Steven. I don't know how that would ping Steven as a bad player.
I also don't get it.
Yeah, like I said, I've actually only told one person my role, so, and that person is not suspicious of me, so I don't think that they would have gone and shared my information.
I also have another pertinent fact about that. I do know, I won't share how I know. I know that half of the evil players voted on day 1. So that's a positive vote. And I do not recall Steven voting. So it's even less likely that he's an evil character.
Steven did vote on one nomination.
I don't see it. I see the first vote was Michael and Elliot. The second vote was Sarah, Muhammad, Edgar, Michael, Sean. The third vote was Michael, Jet, Sean. So no positive votes out of Steven. So
I voted on everyone purely just from my mood.
Likewise, I just was like, hey, this is fun. I'm voting. But so I mean that could easily raise suspicion, and that does not include all evil players. Like I said, it was a majority of the evil players. 2 exactly. So 2 of the 4 voted yesterday.
We should also point out that if the demon is a replicant, which Ross's information seems to suggest, they might not have shown up. I mean, the demon might not have shown up. So that could have been 2 minions specifically.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're going to start the vote, and the start is going to vote with Muhammad. Here we go. This is for Steven.
As the vote's going, Elliot, you had your hand up for a second. Was that you just playing with it, or do you have?
He's dead.
I realised I was dead, and I'm not going to use a dead vote on this.
Okay, I want to make sure because so if you were dead and that sure, I wanted to know why. Uh-oh. I think there's going to be a Deadger soon.
What?
All right, 1 vote is not enough.
Okay. So there was a theory that I was that I was poisoned or my information is incorrect.
Ross, that theory might be wrong too.
Yeah, and I was going to say the reason why I'm thinking that is because I was not told I was chosen night 0. I gave my information out. I was chosen last night, which doesn't make any sense because I outed myself as Quartermaster. I don't know why I would have been chosen. Neither, unless Janitor was pinging me to confirm my role.
That is possible.
That's quite likely. But,
To piggyback on Ross's, through some of my conversations and investigating, I have your information here. I can confirm at least 1 second outsider claim, so that could bring validation to at least the 2 on your information.
Okay.
Because Elliot is a dead outsider, and I have had a hard claim from someone else as an outsider.
Okay.
So did anyone else get chosen today other than Ross?
I was not chosen.
Because I've heard 2 people say, well, I've heard someone suggest that 2 people were chosen on day 1, like night 0, day 1. So I wondered if 2 people got chosen today. So Admin was a probe, right?
Is there a reason for the janitor not to come out, or do they want to stay hidden, like strategy-wise?
Well, it's a pretty good lie detector, the janitor, right?
Right.
Yeah, as long as they're not being poisoned by the brain leech or something.
Well, the other reason for a janitor not to come out is that they don't want to be killed because they might be thought of to be the probe. Typically, when somebody claims that they're the janitor, they're killed. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, right. That makes sense.
Do we have any other information speculating around? I have like one person that I might be sus of, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to throw wild accusations out yet.
So there is a hard second outsider claim, or was it softly claimed?
It was claimed to me. Pretty hardcore claim.
Like a 1-for-1. I am this role.
Yes.
Not in a 3-for-3.
Not a 3-for-3. No, I did have a second person that had a
Yeah.
soft claim as
So
outsider
there was
and
a
a 3-for-3.
hard claim for
Yes.
the second outsider. Okay, thank you.
And I'm assuming that's got to then be the civilian, otherwise something really doesn't add up.
I guess it could be the test subject, but well, we know it's not the brain. How about that?
Yeah, we know it ain't the brainwashed.
Yeah, and I think we have said previously that breaking madness in the breakout room so Trey doesn't know you're doing it is a little underhanded.
Yeah,
That is how
that's
the game
been
works.
clarified in the past. So,
That is how
but
the game
excellent, good point to reiterate that. As someone who got
All right,
burned
guys,
by
I'll start a slow 10 count since
slow jams with Trey.
nobody.
So we're not gonna kill again. Suspicious.
I would like to nominate Edgar.
Who is I?
Sure.
Sean.
John. All right. I thought so, but your box didn't highlight, so I was like, okay. Sean nominates Edgar. Sean, your accusation.
My accusation, I trust Steven's information, and due to Edgar's aggressive nominating of him, I'm feeling a little sus towards him. And I feel like he could either be one poisoned or an evil character, and so he could be leading us good townsfolk down the wrong path, and I just don't trust Edgar. Full stop.
Edgar, your defense.
I don't have any. I'm a good townsfolk. Fair assumption. And I cannot give my information. I am a good townsfolk. I'm top half. That's all I can say. So I rest my case, Your Honor. There's a space court.
Anybody want to add any pertinent information?
Pertinent information. I do trust Edgar based on conversations that we have had. So I think this is a bad kill.
Okay. We will start the countdown, and it's going to start with Michael. Here we go.
Laura, Mary, do you have information that leads to a good one though?
I don't. Nope. I have suspicions, but I'm not confident enough in them to nominate.
Well, it does seem like it's not a good precedent for us to just not kill.
Okay,
There's a lot of-
3 votes is not enough.
It's pretty reluctant. So
And I don't actually have any suspicions.
I have a very loose theory, but I'm not sure about it at all. Actually, wait, I'm
What-
not gonna say it until I.
well, Sean, can I talk with you tomorrow about it?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
I've got a theory which says that if we go and kill a random person, we got a 1 in 14 chance of finding the demon. If we don't, we got a 0 chance of finding them.
That is correct.
I like that theory.
It's a good theory. It's a good theory.
Well, and we're on an odd number too.
I'm sorry,
Never t-
Elliot,
never
can you
tell
repeat
me
that,
odds.
please? I didn't hear it.
I said if we nominate someone, we got a 1 in 14 chance of finding the demon. If we don't, we got a 0 chance.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
I would like to nominate Sean.
Mohammed nominates Sean. Your accusations, sir.
Yes, they're hiding an outsider that could be a test subject because I don't think a civilian would hide, and a brainwashed would not claim outsider, and the answer is that. So, if they're hiding a test subject, that's not a good idea because we need to kill them, especially when they have hard claimed their role and they're not mad about being a Townsfolk. So I think we should kill someone here, either Sean or they can nominate the outside.
On your defense.
I don't feel like I would. I have no real defense. I don't feel like I would be a bad kill.
Okay. Anybody want to add any further information?
This is pertinent information. Mohammed, the civilian claiming makes them a target for evil people to nominate them, and then awful things happen to us. That's why they wouldn't want to help themselves.
Yet the thing is, why should someone nominate a civilian? We would assume that they're evil, that they're doing that. They wouldn't. The evil team wouldn't do that.
Anyway.
I've seen it happen. People do it just to mess with you, but
Actually,
yeah.
every time somebody's come out as a civilian, they've gotten nominated that I've played. And it doesn't a lot of
In a
make sense.
game with a double civilian claim, and they both got nominated. And
On
we
the
both
same
got
day.
nominated.
Oh,
We're a very
Dumb.
stupid group of people.
All right, folks. So we're gonna start the countdown, and this
One
is
of them was
for,
me.
for Sean, and it's gonna be it's gonna start with Elliot. Here we go.
They were both evil though, so it didn't actually matter.
John, you're voting for yourself?
The thing
I
is,
think
if
this is a good kill. This is a good kill.
If you're voting for yourself,
I am
will.
voting. I am voting for myself.
All right,
Okay.
I'll vote.
So I won't feel bad about it. It is a kill. It's one less. I can't.
and
take
the thing is, if someone is nominating a hard claimed civilian, they're probably evil. So we kill the civilian. Then the next day we kill an evil player, and that's 1 out of 4.
All right, 10 is enough. Sean
It
is
is
on
enough.
chopping block. That's a different thing.
And also, if there's a brainwashing play, the real demon could claim another outsider.
Can there not be a brainwash if we have 2 outsiders?
If we got a civilian in play, we don't want to have too many nominations where we're not killing people. Is the other thought. I know it's not as relevant today, but
I know it's going to hurt my feelings to die, but I would say that 10's going to be hard to beat, so it might be safe to not nominate more people with that possible civilian in play. You know,
And Sean is dead, and the game continues. I'll open the breakout rooms.
Is it just me, or can you see like where Mohammed used to have pictures on his wall?
See where Muhammad used to be. He's just not there anymore.
I
No,
can
just,
see the outlines, Ross.
Yeah. it's
It's either that or it's tiles.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they're pretty evenly spaced. That's probably tiles.
All right, everybody. In the night, you learn that Chris A has died.
Maybe Mohammed just has like a really white television.
Maybe he does.
I didn't realize Mohammed. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah. So Chris A has died. I will open breakout rooms. You guys have. I'll give you 8 minutes.
Hey,
Okay,
Bart, can I talk to you, please?
Bart, I gotta
Yes.
talk to Barg first.
Okay.
Laura,
God.
George, can I
Okay,
talk
I'll
to you?
talk to Lynn first. Yeah.
Laura,
Yeah,
I'm going to
Who
yours.
wants to talk to me?
Okay.
Sean,
I room.
Sure.
I'll go to your room.
Okay.
Trey, can I talk to you, please?
Sure.
Chris, do you want to talk?
Sure, Elliot.
My
Come
room?
to my room.
Like your room, yep, that's the top one, that's fine.
Yep.
You want to talk, Edgar?
Yeah, sure.
Was anyone chosen last night?
That's what I was curious about.
Nobody said anything. That's the other reason that outsiders should come out, is so that we don't, I don't know, like, ideally we wouldn't waste time picking them, but they will be identified, and then they'll be killed.
Hmm.
I'm starting to believe that there's the other outsider is a brainwash, and
Yeah, well, that is possible.
Steven, want to chat?
All right, sure.
Hmm. Mohammed, can I talk to you?
Sure.
I haven't talked to you yet. Come, I'll go to your room.
Hey.
I found out that the demon is female.
Huh. That's an odd information.
Yep.
Also very unfair.
Yep. That's why I think I might be poisoned.
Yeah, how many females are playing? One.
There's Sarah,
2,
Laura, Lynn.
3.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 11 people left. I mean, we could technically kill all of those people. However, if your information's bad, we get 4 kills, and that would be 3 of the 4 kills.
Yep.
So if anything else lines up with any of them, that might not be bad. But other than that, I'd say that's
The only thing that lines up, possibly, is that if I'm poisoned, no, that won't work though. If I'm sitting next to a brain leech, or Ross is sitting next to a brain leech, but people are saying that the brain leech isn't in play.
Well, the other problem with that is that you would have to kill. Like, so was all of your information bad?
I don't know. Look, I got told not replicant. Demon killed Elliot. Demon is female.
Okay.
So
well, here's I'm trying to puzzle it. So, if Ross is sitting next to the brain leech, that means it was Chris A or Lynn. At this point, it's not likely it's Chris A since he died at night. So it could be Lynn. If Ross is not poisoned, so it's like it seems unlikely if Ross is not poisoned.
why would he give that info if he's
No,
either
well,
not poisoned or he's evil?
I'm trying to piece together. So, like, Sean died. I'm just trying to think through, like, based on the starting arrangement, assuming that one of your neighbors or Ross's neighbors is the brain leech.
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out which is more likely, but I don't actually know if there's enough information to determine one being more likely. I do think that, so Sean died at night too, right?
No, he got executed.
He got executed, so he could have been the brain leech, and maybe now you're getting good information.
Okay.
What did he claim anything?
Well, Sean isn't sitting next to me.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking at then. I'm so sorry. George,
That's okay.
George and Edgar, for some reason I thought you were in Jed's spot.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either George or Edgar or Chris A and Lynn. But it could also be that Ross is bluffing and bluff that to cover. Because I've seen him he loves throwing out numbers as an evil player.
Who does?
Ross. He loves making up numbers. He loves making up counts when he's bluffing a roll, just to throw everyone off from the start.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Should I wait one more time?
For what?
Like as in to see whether my info is crap, or should we nominate one of the females? Because I would nominate Lynn straight up.
Okay. Well, because here's the deal. Yeah, that actually makes sense because Lynn could be the brain leech, or she could be the demon. Either like there's intersecting information.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Should I come out with my roll or save it?
Well, if you come out with your roll, you'll probably die. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe claim to another person so that people realize that your nomination is credible.
All right, I'll go speak to someone else.
I could make the nomination for you, but that won't lend credibility because I nominate like a madman.
Yeah, the only issue is I don't know who else to trust.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, you could give. Who else was chosen?
Who else gets info?
Who else? So
Ross said he got chosen.
Did anybody else say they got chosen?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So that would mean that there's a couple people that were picked that were outsiders or evil.
Yeah.
At this point. So, and if it's the brain leech or the brain probe, then obviously we're not going to figure that out. However, why would they be picking? Maybe we killed the brain probe.
Possibly. Well, it would be
that would be Sean if it was
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll ask Trey one more question and I'll let you know.
All right. You don't ask him questions, do you? Okay.
Where is he? Stephen.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. I do not do that. I meant, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I have gathered my sus list.
You have a sus list.
I do.
Is it any good?
It has Varg on the top.
Yeah.
Very sus of Varg.
I've got a sus list. I've narrowed down who I think the demon might be to 11 people.
Okay. That's not helpful.
Thanks, buddy.
My sus list is 4 people deep. So
okay.
Mine's 3.
Well, if you're 100% correct, then yours is good, Sean. But if you're wrong, then that would be the whole game.
Right. Well, I'm most sus of Varg and Lauren.
Okay.
Really?
Laura, right?
Laura. Sorry.
Laura.
I wrote Lauren in my notes.
Okay.
Sean.
Yes.
Can we chat then?
Yes.
When you get an opportunity.
Breakout rooms are over.
Also, since I'm dead, guys, I will have you guys know that I was the test subject, and my claim to have received a hard claim was a subtle way of hard claiming without breaking madness.
Oh, that's cool.
I wanted to, yeah.
And Chris, we get cut off again. How nice.
Yeah, okay, Michael. So I'll go to your room.
No. They're shut.
Did anybody get chosen last night?
Nominations are open.
Nope, not me.
I got chosen last night.
Varg did. Okay.
So we've got our two outsiders. That confirms my information.
So it's a replicant.
I want to nominate Sarah.
Edgar nominates Sarah.
It's basically Sarah's the only. There are two people that know my role, and I was looking for evil players, and Sarah didn't come back to me on that. That's the only thing I got on there. That's the only thing.
Okay, Sarah, your defense.
Sure.
You didn't come
You
to
know
me.
what my role is. Yeah, I got another thread I was following today. So I visited both Jed and Mohammed, just so you know. So I did talk to both of them, trying to find my thread. So that's where I was today, which it unraveled, by the way. It came to nothing, but I was trying to track them.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I did not come back to you. It was a dead end, but I was tracking that lead. So that's why I did not
Okay.
come back to you today, because I was trying to track down something else.
Okay, that's fair. I will not vote on this. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good kill.
Okay, anybody
No,
want
it's
to
not.
add
It's
anything
not.
extra?
I will just put out there that there is information that points to Sarah. I'm not going to give a lot of information, but
No,
there.
it's not.
Well, no, there actually is. I'm not saying that it's accurate, but there is information that y'all can think whatever you want. When he explains the game, he'll tell you, and you'll see that there, in fact, was information that pointed to you. However, it's loose at best.
Okay,
Hey,
Elliot?
Steven, no, there isn't.
No, this,
I'm
no,
kidding,
this,
I'm kidding.
no, wait. I want to say that's a
No,
very
no, no.
good way
Elliot
to
put up his hand. I even just acknowledged Elliot. Elliot will speak now. Elliot, go for it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm confused here.
Okay, that's not pertinent either. All right, we're starting to vote.
I just want to point out that any information Steven has heard is
Don't put up your hand if you don't really have anything that
He's just
helpful because
imagining
of
it.
all the people.
Oh,
He's
thanks,
just
thanks,
imagining
Mark.
all of his information, just imaginary information. I'm kidding. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, well, and I'm not pushing the information because, like I said,
That's fine. Yeah.
it's not amazing information, but it is information.
All right, so 4 is not enough. Sarah is good for the day.
All right, so I am going to nominate Lynn.
Okay, Steven nominates Lynn.
So there is intersecting information for Lynn because either Ross is poisoned by the brain leech or another player is poisoned by the brain leech, because there's information that is conflicting and there is information that points to Lynn, same information that pointed to Sarah. So that is intersecting information. So I feel that there's a good chance that she's either the demon or the brain leech. Both of which.
I am not the fucking brain leech, and I'm not the fucking demon.
So I
either,
wasn't
okay?
actually done making my case.
Lynn,
Lynn,
okay, so, okay, time out. All right, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, it's getting a little out of hand with all the cussing. People can accuse people can say things. We got to cut down with the outright attacks and cussing. We got to. This is getting out of hand. Okay? I'm sorry. Steven, go ahead.
So it is fair for me to make an accusation, and it is fair for me to bring up information that is genuinely in the game. If you're not evil, then I'm sorry. We are, in fact, on the same team and trying to find the same conclusion, and just swearing isn't really a legitimate defense, which Trey already
Yeah,
kind
but
of
you
said.
know when I do it, I'm good.
Yeah, but
good. I'm not...
I will point out that even though that I do figure that out, it's really a bad tactic.
I don't care. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm a bad kill. I can't out my role, and I'm a bad kill. And 2 people, a dead person. Chris A knows my role, and Bart knows my role, and I'm a very, very bad kill. Very bad kill. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not outing my role. I don't care if you want to vote me up for it. That's fine. But I'm not evil.
Well, the information I have suggests that you're the best kill that we have, but
Yeah, well, you're not gonna win the game. You're not gonna win the game because
Well,
I'm
I'm-
not evil and I'm not the demon.
I have a piece of pertinent information, which is just that I think that we should maybe not execute Lynn. I don't think we should execute her.
I have pertinent information. I do not. No, I guess it's not pertinent to that. Never mind. It does not involve Lynn. Sorry.
So,
I can't use. I can't
That's a
use that
common
in this
mistake.
discussion. I can't use it in this discussion.
so
If there's
information
no
though
better,
is
you'll kill me.
why
so
do we
let's go ahead and
think Ross
stop.
is poisoned if like 2 outsiders have come out? So if we trust her as outsiders and they're both dead, then shall we? Ross wasn't poisoned.
Yeah.
Well, or one of the outsiders is evil. I mean, you never know. Like, we did kill Sean, and then after we killed him, he claims outsider.
I think that Brainleech theory is a bit of a stretch here, and Michael, well, no, well, I'll just add it. So, Ross.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and start the vote, y'all. So we're gonna
I
start.
think
it
my
with
information may be pertinent now.
Well, there's two people that may
You
have
can say
information that
whatever
may
you
want to
during
share.
the vote.
Go ahead, Sean.
Laura was talking. I think
Okay,
she should.
based upon the voting information I know about evil players voting, the math that adds up, every person on my sus list just defended Lynn, which is Laura and Varg.
I'm not sus.
3 out of the 4
Hey,
people
Sean,
that
I'm
are
pretty
evil
sure
have
evil,
voted, and
so-
Varg is the only person that has not voted at all.
I
So
voted
feel he's
yesterday.
most
I voted
certainly
today,
evil.
actually.
Trey, I
voted
have a
on Sarah.
question. I'm gonna message you in chat real quick because it's pertinent to things I'm maybe
No,
doing.
during day
Talk-
2,
talking to me?
3 of the 4
Yes, hold
people
on.
that are evil voted.
Coming your way.
And day 1, 2 of the 4 evil people voted.
Okay, Sean.
And Varg was not one of those votes either day.
Did you
He's
not?
the only person that has not voted.
Did you not
during
claim
day 1.
test subject?
I did, but I am have had private chats with.
You're getting information from somebody else, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, what
I'm
what you're
getting
stating is
information-
very implausible. But if you're getting information from another source, that's why I'm
The
confused.
botanist has.
Yeah, well, obviously it's the
Yeah, but
botanist.
don't forget that the replicant will appear as good.
Can
Yeah.
appear
Or
as
can
good.
appear as good.
Can appear as good.
I would like
Look
to
in the
say that
Traitor.
Sean claimed 3 different things to me than what he's claiming now, and he also claimed something different to Steven here. And socially speaking, my private chats with Sean, I've read him as evil. So I think he's sowing chaos, and I don't think we should really take
Yeah.
into account what he's saying.
And I trust Steven. I just, like I said, Steven, I don't think we should execute Lynn.
I
Okay.
have.
I did pull
would-
my hand
would
down,
like,
I think.
I would like to
No, it's
say
fine. I just want to.
on the.
I have a theory once all the
Laura's comment-
discussion is done before end of day. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
so
I have
in
something to say
regards to
before
what Laura said, I had to be mad about being a townsfolk as a test subject. So I obviously gave her 3 townsfolk roles in our 3 and 3. So that would back up what I'm saying as being the dead test subject. And speaking with the botanist, in the first 2 days, 3 of the 4 evil people had voted, and the only person on the board that did not vote those 2 days, which means they would be the 4th evil person that did not vote, is Varg. He has not voted once, so I would like to nominate.
4th evil
Varg.
person will not appear on that.
Hey, Sean, you're
Even
not
if
allowed to
everyone
vote.
votes,
Nominate.
not
Oh
only
yeah, I
the
can't
botanist will
nominate.
only get 3.
Someone kill Varg.
So I voted today, first of all, and second of all, one of the if we think there's a replicant, the replicant would register as good. If there's a traitor, the traitor would also register as good, which is also possible.
You did not vote.
I did vote. I voted
I
on
have-
Sarah. I
It's
did.
today. It's today.
That's today. I know. I said today.
I'm speaking of day 1 and day 2. I have the entire list here.
Go ahead.
So Edgar nominated Steven. Only Edgar voted. Sean nominated Edgar. Steven, Michael, and Sean voted. Mohammed
If everybody just let
nominated
you guys
Sean.
could just hold on real quick. If everybody just clicks V on their grimoire, you don't have to read everything. It's just
Correct.
it's there for people.
Yeah,
to
It's on the
see.
vote history.
He's speaking about how he voted today, but that was after the information was gathered last night. That's not pertinent to the information I know.
Okay, so the botanist is
Let's just
supposedly
move on.
more likely evil.
I agree. Sarah, what was your theory?
Oh, so I want to test something out. So, okay. So I've heard some information about a janitor and picking, and I have a theory. I have a theory that there isn't a janitor and that the evil team is just tossing this around. So, and since I've already been nominated today, and they can't kill me before the day is over, so we're gonna test the theory.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm the captain, so we can't nominate and kill me today. So, and the demon acts after me, so they can't kill me either. So unless we have a crawler, and I'm pretty sure we don't at this point, my kill should go through, unless I'm sitting next to a brain leech, which I might be, because my evil team, one of them. We'll see. So I want to use my captain ability, and I want to choose. And I'm trying to decide which one of these 3 names I want to pick.
I'd like to point out captain is now a double claim. That's all I'm
That's
gonna say.
fine. I
think
want
almost-
to try to use my ability on.
Don't pick me.
Before you say it, Sarah, who are the three?
Well, it's Stephen, Ross, or Varg, right?
Pick me.
You go for whichever one you think.
I know.
I was gonna say everybody can keep talking. We don't have to
Keep
just
talking.
wait
Let
with
me
to
think.
Yeah.
I quite like the suspense, to be
Well,
honest.
my information is solid, Sarah. It's been proven by the two outsiders. So I don't know how I'm still in contention.
Isn't Captain's almost always going to be a double threat, isn't it? With Traitor if there was one.
Sarah, I talked to Varg today, and his information pans out with what I've learned. I don't think he's evil, but I don't know at this point. I'm so confused.
I'm not going to say anything because I know it'll make me more suspicious. But I do know the three you should pick.
Sarah, I think you should choose Varg.
Don't.
Think so?
Sarah, do you want me to choose Varg?
I feel like I'm gonna start a slow 10 count because we're not really doing
for
anything
fuck's
now.
sake.
Yeah, I don't
All
even
right.
understand why it matters.
Sarah, do you want me to choose Varg?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I choose Ross.
Okay.
Because if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter.
Sarah is publicly choosing Ross. All right.
And anyone wants
Because he's the quartermaster, and if I'm wrong, I do no damage.
That's true. That's true. And that's true. So the power, yeah, that's cool.
Are we
I know
nominating
I'm
someone
putting it
today?
off
Or
late.
this will take us to an even number, then, right? But
I just wanted to say that
Give me a second. It's almost in my face. Hold on.
I heard there's a double claim of captain, so the other captain should choose Sarah, I think.
I don't think so because the captain
Nomination,
would be
anyone?
the opposite
I
of the
think the
traitor.
second captain claim should definitely come out.
I
and
nominate Varg.
try it.
Edgar, you already nominated.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man, don't waste your nominations on random things.
All right, no nominations. Everybody go to the breakout rooms.
Wow. Sarah,
Break out. Break out.
well, anyway, Sarah is poisoned by the brain leech, which is either Jed or George. Don't actually know. This should be captain here. And I am actually the traitor, the potent traitor. I'm not gonna kill Varg. So the thing is, that then do we need to kill Sarah? She's gonna think we need to kill Jed or Jed, not knowing that George. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know. See what happens.
You learn Lynn is the red shirt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, couple thoughts. A, kind of wish that I had known that. B, I wish my evil team would let me talk to them because I actually wanted to say, hey, by the way, there's a thing in the script called the Redshirt. But no, nobody wanted to whisper to me at all. Like I literally called George twice, and he was like, no. Which does make him not sus, but oh well. But me and Ross are golden, so we're hunting in the wrong areas. However, I believe we may have ended the career of George and Jed because they don't know about the red shirt. Also, well, so Jed's gonna appear to be the brain washed, and then George will be suspected as the demon. And I don't actually know what the other minion is at all. Oh, getting all kinds of texts all of a sudden, which is not pertinent information whatsoever. I do apologize. So yeah, be interesting. See how this goes out.
Yeah, everybody's coming back.
So Trey, I don't understand your trick because I tried to do it and it never works for me.
If you're in a breakout room and you click close rooms, and then you click go to the main room, bring everybody.
Well, that's what
Maybe
I
it's a
thought.
setting. Maybe it's a setting I have.
It might also be
Anyway,
if you're the host of the room.
Well,
Like
I just
the,
heard something.
so-
I just heard something last night, but Trey's going to
Hold on,
mention.
hold on, hold on. So everybody learns that Lynn has died in the night.
Lynn, you want to talk?
Sure.
Just Lynn.
Ross, do you want to talk?
I do. Elliot,
Go to my room.
Your
My
room?
room?
Okay, well, I can't go to your room
Oh
yet.
no,
Sure,
that's
can I
not.
talk to you? That's Laura.
Yes, Laura. I'll come to you.
Thank you.
Trey, you got to open up
Oh,
breakout
rooms
rooms.
aren't open.
Sarah,
Sorry,
can I be there?
All right,
Hold
you
on,
guys
let me
got 7 minutes.
Okay, go to my room, Lynn.
Elliot, heading over to yours.
Jed, can we talk?
Yes.
Well, I would like to talk to somebody, but everybody's leaving, so.
Trey,
Would
can I chat to
would
you?
a townsfolk
Yes, sir.
whisper with me?
Oh.
Awesome.
I would like to
What's
tell all
that?
you
Who wants to
great
talk?
townsfolk here, super do not trust Varg.
I'm leaning towards that now, and Laura's defending so hard. I'm wondering
And
why.
I also put in my notes that those first couple days they were also very quick to go chat alone with each other.
Did Hector not come to my room? I thought he said he was coming.
But the
Let me check
math
the room.
the math, unless the botanist was poisoned,
Edgar is in your room right now.
I feel
Oh,
like Varg
it's
is most
slow.
certainly at least one of the evil people, not necessarily the demon. But
All right, Sean, I would like to talk to you.
absolutely, let's go. Be in
My
my room.
room's on top.
Shall we talk?
All right.
So I learned something last night.
Yes.
Did you?
I learned that yes, Lynn was the red shirt, is what I learned.
Okay, I just wanted it to be that there was whispers and that I was involved in them, so that it wouldn't be like, oh, he didn't know, because I did in fact know. So, and I don't think that you went anywhere, and I think that you saw that I didn't go anywhere. So hopefully,
unless the botanist was poisoned, Laura and Varg both add up to hella sus.
why Laura? I have not suspected Varg, unless he's the probe.
Well, Varg would be suspected because the second day the botanist got a reading of 3. And after getting a reading of 2 the day before. So one of the only 2 people that didn't vote on the second day.
Okay, so
Elliot,
you're sharing the information, which is fine. I'm just going to write down the information. I don't need to know who the botanist is. You want to give me the botanist numbers?
Day 1, 2 evil people voted. Night 2 or day 2, 3 evil people voted. Okay. So I took note of who the new people that voted that day were and who didn't vote. And the only person that didn't vote either day that would not give a reading of 4 is Varg. He voted 0 times in those 2 days, which made me suspicious of his.
Is there only 2 days worth of botanist information?
He has another day, I'm sure, but I haven't spoke to him yet.
Okay.
This would be his next time to get info, but he hasn't spoke to me or yes.
Okay. Well, the thing is that I have 4 days worth of information for most roles. I would think that there would be a 3rd and a 4th day.
Could be. I guess I've only spoken to him twice. I might have missed yesterday when we could have spoken.
Okay. Okay. That would make sense.
I don't know if you're on the level. If you can share any information, I could probably tell you. Now he told me that he was only telling me, so I don't know if that was a lie or not. but he said he wanted to just tell someone a hard claim and come out with that. But being that Laura was one of the new voters when I gathered my data and how quickly she was chatting with Varg, I wrote her as sus with Varg, and then suspiciously when I drew attention to Varg, Laura was very quick to defend her. And when someone nominated Laura or chose or nominated Laura before that,
okay, so
Varg was very quick to defend Laura.
There is information in the game from a what is that role? The specialist or whatever that learns about the demon, and one of the researcher, one of the informations was that the demon is female, which is why I said Sarah and Lynn. But there were 3 females alive at the time, and we weren't sure if it was poison information.
Yes, could be true.
But if you have information that guns for Laura, then that might, for the same logic that I was thinking. And I will say, so it is weird because, yeah, I don't know. My theory with Lynn was there's intersecting information. We now have intersecting information on Laura.
Yes, I think it was very convenient that they were both so quick to defend one another, Laura and Varg.
And I do believe that if Varg is evil, he's a minion.
Yes, yeah. I mean, just the voting numbers that I gathered from the Botanist would not lead him to be the demon. Just almost certainly evil.
Okay,
is what I was saying.
Yeah,
not necessarily. Yeah, so I just think that he is a high chance of being evil, and Laura doesn't make herself look any less sus being super intertwined with them. Nor have either of them really out and out gave any pertinent information that would at least publicly suggest that they are good characters, other than, oh, you shouldn't kill me.
Well, do you know what Varg is?
I was a little suspicious as Lynn as well, but
do you know what Varg is?
No, I haven't spoken to Varg. I've just been hella sus.
Well, I'm not giving his information. I was just curious because if you knew what he was claiming, you would understand. However, I don't share other people's information if you don't already know it.
Fair. I'm dead and I only have a vote. I will use my vote accordingly, but
you do have a voice.
Yes, absolutely. And I've spoke my piece about the Varg thing publicly.
Yeah, that has not caught a lot of traction. To be fair, I'm not super sus on Varg, but obviously I'm human and I could be wrong.
But likewise, if your information would have been correct about the demon being female, I still am. Laura and Lynn were my other 2 sus people, but Lynn is now dead.
Well, also confirmed good.
Yes.
So there's that.
So that can't be tainted information.
Well, I will say that the way that she freaked out and didn't want to die, I mean, that's why the demon killed her. Obviously, the demon didn't know. I guess it is possible that, well...
Maybe she just freaked out and didn't want to be nominated. She didn't care to die.
Well, she wanted to die at night, but the demon didn't understand, so they were like, she must be a very important role, and they killed her.
Yeah, she made
Which,
a play
ironically,
to make the demon,
that would out evil people. So, likely there are people that... Well, I only talk to you, so hopefully people trust you, or they won't trust my claim either.
Yes.
All right. Well, anyway, I guess we'll head out.
See.
Doesn't
So
sound
how would
guys,
you know my role?
I got some information for you.
Never mind.
George is definitely not.
We nominations. Nominations are open. So Edgar, who are you nominating?
I nominate Laura.
Edgar nominates
Laura. Just because of that reaction, that is one. Because she doesn't react that way.
Wow.
I think Laura is the brain leech from the information that I got. Yeah, and she whisked away Sarah so quickly. It was like Speedy Gonzalez on steroids, I think. So that she can maybe not talk to us.
People also have to claim their seats. A lot of people have lost their seats.
Oh, yes, my bad. I have one of those back buttons on my mouse, and so when I went to go to the it backed me out, so everybody got kicked out of their seat. So everybody take your seat.
There was an earthquake at Trey's house, and we all fell out of our
Yeah.
seats.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, we're in space, so it was some kind of like.
Oh, yeah,
Down
some
here,
turbulence.
down here in Tornado Alley, we had an earthquake.
We had a
So,
space tornado.
so that is my accusation. I think she's the brain leech.
Laura, you're Ducat.
Sure. I am not the brain leech. If you want to kill me, that's okay. I am pretty sure I've gathered most of the information that I need, and I have an evil team all lined up. I have the reason I whisked Sarah away so quickly is because we had information that we needed to corroborate, and then we also discussed kind of our thoughts on everything right now, and that's why that happened. Edgar, the reason why I acted so shocked is because I thought we were like on good terms. Like after our talk, I thought
we talked only once, so it's like.
Well, that's true. And then I learned your role through somebody else. That's why I haven't gone back to you because I didn't feel the need to. I'm not evil, but if you want to nominate me,
I'm pretty sure Laura's good.
All right, so I do have pertinent information when it's time.
Close to 100% sure she's good.
So I'm just going to share the information that exists because there is intersecting information that makes sense for Laura. And I'm not going to out the people, but there is a role in the game. The researcher was told that the demon is a female. And then whether or not that's accurate, I don't know. But then also there is a botanist, and the botanist believes that Laura is evil based on their information. So.
Can I counterclaim this really quickly? So I would like to say that this is the first researcher claim that I've heard this entire game, and I've talked to almost everybody. Second of all, the botanist, I'm like 90% sure that Sean is evil because after Lynn died, she was confirmed good to me. I know her exact role, and I think that if you look at the people who pushed really, really hard for Lynn, Steven and both Sean are part of that group. Which means that you shouldn't be listening to a single thing that they say. So that's my rebuttal there.
I don't think this is.
Can I pertinent? I don't recall pushing hard at Lynn at all. I do remember pushing hard towards Varg.
That's true. But I also think Varg is innocent and he was cleared by Lynn. So there's that.
So,
I think I may have been the one that nominated Lynn, and it was literally based off of the same information that I have here. And I didn't push hard; she pushed back hard, is what happened. So you may have confused the pushback for the actual push. I literally said, "There's information that says you're evil," and she flipped out on me. That's what happened.
Okay, can we go on with the nomination?
I think this is a bad kill.
All right, so we will start the nomination on Laura.
I'm curious why. Sarah's
if it's not
thing
Laura, it's Jed.
I'm curious
yes.
that Sarah's
Which,
thing didn't go through,
for the
honestly.
record, I am aware that I understand why Lynn was a bad
Sarah's
killer.
not lying.
I think even as the researcher has been given some information, for Trey to say that the demon is female is way too specific.
Well, I'm just telling you the information that's out there.
It's way too Atlantic.
Because Lynn's dead, and that leaves 2 out of the entire group of how many people? That's BS information.
Yeah, the other thing that I will say is I am pretty sure George is evil.
Okay, Sean just used his
I spoke to him at length.
So I will say, sorry. I will say that as soon as I heard the information that the demon is female,
I didn't realize it was at 3 seconds, guys.
Sean just used his dead vote, to be clear.
He did. I
When-
saw that.
I did use my dead vote.
when I heard that information, I will say that I told the person that's stupid. That seems totally unfair. But it is the information that was said, whether or not it's accurate or whether or not it's poisoned.
Okay, I'm.
I don't even know if Trey would give that information.
Well,
That's
So
odd.
I just want to mention why I vote. See, I'm wondering about George now too. But the reason why I voted was, I hope everybody remembers, the captain Sarah.
I think it's
picked
Jed.
me, and I'm still breathing. So
Yeah.
she's either poisoned or she's not the captain.
I
and there was
talked
a
to-
double claim.
I talked to Laura straight off, and I know she's good. Right after the first thing I talked to, she was the first person I talked to. So I think, and so I'm pretty almost 100% sure she's good. So I really think I'm getting poisoned from the other side. So I would like to nominate Jed.
Sarah, were you chosen last night?
I was not.
Was
Sarah
anyone?
nominates Jed.
I was chosen last night.
I was
You were
not.
chosen last night. Okay.
Laura was chosen last night, so.
Okay.
Sarah nominates Jed. All right, Sarah, do you have any more to add to your accusation there?
Basically, I'm getting poisoned from one side or the other. And based on our first one-on-one conversation with Laura this morning, first person I talked to, I'm pretty sure she's good. So it's got to be coming from the other side. I think that's where my poison is coming from.
Okay. And Jed, your defense.
I mean, there's also a third possibility, which is Sarah's the traitor, since that's a may, I believe, instead of a might. Or instead of a, yeah, definitely will happen. I also confirmed Rin's role when I was talking to Varg, but I mean, I don't know. The thing with this script is all the Townsfolk kind of seem like pretty decent, so I don't know if I'm better or worse than anyone else. I'm good, but if you want to kill me, that's...
We need one more vote on this.
I've pertinent information. I am now 100% sure that Jed is evil.
Okay.
And specifically that he is the brain leech.
All right, folks, any other pertinent information?
I missed that. What do you say Jed was, Bob?
He's the brain leech. I'm almost
brain leech.
I have pertinent information.
Sure you do.
Based upon all the information I've gathered, the two people I've been consistently sus of are Laura and Varg, which I also noticed that they are both quick to
All
go
right,
off
guys.
and
So
chat with.
sorry, Sean, but that has nothing to do with the vote. on
Sorry, Jed. I'm sorry. Never mind.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the nominations. Here we go. We're gonna start
we
with
think
Sean.
is the infected, maybe.
Definitely, I definitely think this is a
I
better
don't
kill.
trust. I don't trust Varg either, just because what Sean said. I think
So
he's correct.
if Sean is the infected who was trying to die at night, or maybe he's trying to die during the day because he thought his role did something different.
I am the test subject.
But are you?
Steven, you tried to grab me this today. I can talk to you first thing tomorrow if you're okay with that.
That's
All
fine,
right,
but
so-
okay.
8 is enough
no,
to put
doesn't matter.
Jed on the chopping block. Do we have any other nominations? Sean, you can go ahead and say whatever you want to now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just felt that after I was already genuinely sus of the two, that they are both very quick to defend one another and also very quick to run off and chat alone with one another. So I'm just.
Varg and I had
And,
chatted alone one time, one single
Yeah.
time.
I also think that you claiming
But that's
outsider.
enough. That is enough to.
Yeah, one
Not-
time is
exchange
definitely
information.
enough. I
It is a
agree.
double
One
claim
person
also.
is brains.
Not, this is not a nomination, but I have not heard a word from Mohammed in like the last 45 minutes.
That
Any
is fair.
thoughts, Mohammed, while we're going?
Yeah, I talked to people in private. And I told them what I know. I don't have anything for publicly say. So
I know what Muhammad claims to be, so.
Good. At least somebody has a
All right.
line.
I don't have him.
I'm
What are
gonna
the
start a
numbers?
10 count. Right now, Jed is on the block with 8.
Okay, so
I think it's a.
full
I think it's a bad
disclosure
kill.
Not full disclosure.
Then George is a safe, good kill. He's evil.
Good kill.
What are you basing that off, Elliot? I've told you everything I know.
Yeah, and what you don't know tells me you're evil.
What was that, Elliot?
What
Okay,
George
and with
doesn't know
that,
tells me he's
Jed
evil.
has died. Breakout rooms are opening. Game continues. Please go to your room.
I just want to stay
Just a note, Trey. When you start counting down, I'm actually not looking at the screen. If you could like audibly say, "I'm beginning the
I
countdowns."
do.
Okay.
I literally do.
Okay.
I
He
say
did
I'm
say
I will.
that.
I will
starting
listen
at
for that next time. That's fine.
I say it every single time.
Okay. Oh, I never noticed. I will listen specifically for
I
that.
miss it sometimes too, but
Also, I am legally blind. That's a lie. But figured I could get some pity if I said something that makes me a victim. So I'm evil. So there's that. So I will point out that Sarah is claiming captain, which is fine. I think they think his Varg is good. My point is that if I claim captain, then they wouldn't kill me. Maybe I'd be better off being kill bait. Because currently we get 3 kills. We're gonna wake up. Well, no, we'll wake up to 8 because they'll kill tonight. And 8 is an odd number, which means that the town we're essentially at 7, which means we would get 3 kills. So if we were to kill evils, it'd be me and George. However, if I come off as captain, then I'm obviously the traitor, especially if I confirm my ability. However, if I use my ability, then I kill somebody. I need to kill the least suspicious person in a believable way. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
What's she doing? She's looking all over you. It's because it's raining. What we got? 13. Are people's cameras off, guys? I know you guys like to turn cameras off, but it's helpful to know who's here and who's not. Jed is here. Michael is here somewhere. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. In the night, you learn that Michael has died. And breakout rooms are open, and you guys have 6 minutes.
Michael, can we
want to
chat?
talk? Michael?
Steven. Where is Steven? Steven, I haven't talked to you all game.
All right, let's go.
Edgar, can we talk, please?
Let's go to your room.
So, I specifically wanted to be there yesterday because I wanted to be there when you had your first chat to find out if you knew anything.
I had it with Laura, and she went one-on-one with me, and she knew that Lynn was a redshirt.
Okay, it does make sense. So here's the way I think things went down. It's pretty obvious that Lynn didn't want to die at day because she obviously wanted her ability to function, which the demon did not understand, and obviously they killed her because they didn't know. And so I did have a private conversation with Sean because he was one of the few people that was left, and he knew also. However, depending on whether or not people believe him, you can choose whether or not to believe me. That's why I wanted to be there, because it seemed like there was a party, and I wanted to know who knew and who didn't know.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay.
And that being said, I don't actually know if we figured all that out. I mean, I think a bunch of people have developed a trust for one person is what I think happened.
Yeah, I think so. What are you, Steven? Or do you want to share that?
I do not.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure about you yet.
Well, the feeling is mutual, which is why I specifically wanted to be in the room with you.
Fair enough.
And it's not my fault that it's not either of our fault, because I don't think that you understood why I wanted to be there.
I mean, I should have, but I was so insistent on trying to double check Laura because I knew one of my neighbors was poisoning me, and I needed to talk to a neighbor, and I needed to know which one was poisoning me. And so for me, I was on a one-track mission.
So what I heard from Laura, and I mean, you don't have to validate, but there's a role in here that swaps with somebody if they pick the person that died, and that was what I thought I heard her saying. But I don't actually remember what that role is called. I'm looking for it. Maybe I'm just imagining something. Maybe that's a different script entirely.
No, it's this one. It's towards the bottom.
towards the bottom. The assistant?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. So, I mean, you don't need to validate. If that's what I heard her saying. Like out in the room, that was what I gathered because she said something about validating somebody.
I'm still real sus on Barg and Ross. And I don't know about you yet. I think we have, I don't know, do we have a janitor? Is anybody hard claiming janitor?
Yes.
Do you know who that is?
I do. But I don't know that I trust you. I trust the person that is hard claiming janitor. The problem with the role janitor is they don't want to come out because they're either the janitor or the brain probe. However, they're definitely not the demon.
Correct. I'd be interested to know who it is. Barg and Ross are on my sus list. They're on my hit list. They're the top two I'm gunning for. They're my evil team. Along with Jed, and I don't know who the other one is. And I don't know if you're on that list, but I'm not sure if it's you or not. And that's why I came to talk to you, because I need to know if you're
You came
evil.
to talk to me so that you could double cross me. I get it.
I'm trying to figure out. I like to have all my down marks correct on my Grim, and I've got 3. And I've got.
So what
2
are your 3?
marks. Jed, Varg, and Ross. And I'm pretty sure we do have a probe, and not a janitor. So that's why I'm curious who the janitor is.
So if I hear you correctly, basically it's you and Sarah. And those are the only people that are tight. That are alive. That are alive.
Oh. I don't know anything about George.
I know nothing about Edgar.
Or Muhammad.
Except for the fact that he nominated me like 3 days in a row for literally no reason.
Claiming.
What?
I mean, I know what he's claiming, but
you know more than I do.
Yeah. So I have I don't know anything about George. I don't know anything about Muhammad. I don't know anything about you, Stephen. Sean's on my maybe list. It's you or Sean. Could be George, I guess.
You're Sean.
There's 3 of you.
Sean.
But it's because I don't believe Ross. Although Ross could be the demon, know what kind of demon he was, and therefore knew there was a second outsider, so he's able to claim Quartermaster.
Let's put it this way. Sean is in a double claim. However, that was with Jed, so that probably doesn't mean anything.
No, because Jed was definitely poisoning me. So that's what I'm saying. I think Ross is probably evil because he's probably the demon and knew that there was an extra outsider because he is the demon. Therefore, he could claim proper numbers for Quartermaster, clearing him. Or Sean is evil, but I'm pretty sure Ross is evil.
We did execute Sean, so Sean could be evil.
Could be, but I'm really leaning, that's the narrative I'm running with.
Okay.
But I don't know if you're on that team or not, and if you're how that's gonna work. That's my theory. Now you know it.
Okay, so I didn't realize I was muted. So yes, it's worded like the empath and not like the Nodashi.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are you suggesting that I'm poisoned, Lynn, or is that something else that you're suggesting?
No.
Okay.
All right, so nominations are open, peoples. Get to it.
I might as well come up with information for the people that don't know. A lot of people already know I'm the security chef. I've been useless until now. I've been nominating Stephen randomly with no information. The only little bit of information that I got was picking Laura because I thought there was a brainly, so it was 50-50. And what was I going to say? Then good players and evil players overruled me, so that's going to happen every time, and that's why I don't like this role that much.
I have a theory that I'd like to share before we nominate.
Probably George.
I also.
My basic theory is that Sean is a dead minion and there is a brainwashed in play. That is my basic theory. The reason being is that Sean is consistently trying to show shade on me and Laura. I know a lot of people know Laura's good. Laura thinks I'm good. I am good, believe it or not. I am very curious as to why he is doing this, but I think he claimed test subject after he died because he wanted to maintain the illusion that he was the second outsider, when in reality, he's the dead, probably traitor, and the real traitor who is alive now is probably really the brainwash.
Was there a kill last night?
Yes,
Yes,
I died.
yes, Michael
I died.
died.
Let Sean speak, and then I need to speak.
Okay, Varg, I am the test subject. I will tell you that. And if the only reason that I would have been going so hard on you guys is not from an evil play, it would have been if I was manipulated with my information from an evil player. And if you guys are good, I'm very sorry for going hard at you guys. But I am not a dead evil person. I am, for sure, I will tell you, I'm a dead outsider, the test subject.
Michael.
I'm the researcher. Info that I got was that the first bit of info I got was that the replicant is not in play. Second bit of info I got was that the demon killed Elliot. Third bit of info I got was demon is female. Fourth bit of info I got is demon is sitting next to his minion.
You're poisoned.
Yes.
Yes.
I think poison night 3.
So is George and Jed both evil, and
Yes.
that it poison passed through Jed?
Jed could be the probe.
I asked that question. Apparently, no. Maybe George is just a brain leech. I don't know.
We
I would just
killed
like to
Jed.
say,
Yeah.
Go ahead, George.
Well,
I'd like to
George
say
would
that-
need to George would need to be dead for Michael to
Hold on.
get-
George is speaking. Hold on, guys.
I'd just like to make a point based on what Sean was saying about how he was coming hard at you guys, because I believe that up until now I've had poisoned information. I think that now Jed is dead, I've finally been getting right information, and I've been the one that's been talking to Sean about the voting. So I think that Sean's accusations against Varg may have been based on my bad information, but I think I have good information now.
And what's
that's what I'd
that?
say.
Doesn't track. Because
Yeah,
how
I-
is Michael's information so bogus?
Is it?
How is
What's
it
the
so
information?
obvious?
Yeah.
How is it so obvious with Douglas? Like, if it's joint information, it's right. So obviously
If we
incorrect.
think that maybe
And George, when you chatted to me, things just didn't add up. There were things you should have been saying if you were good that you weren't. So I just don't believe you're good.
Well, Michael could also be evil. Like, that's another thing.
Lynn can confirm that I'm not.
I have a quick question I just want to ask.
I hope I can.
So if we think that Jed was a minion who we executed yesterday, if he was the probe, nobody should have gotten chosen today. Did anybody get chosen today?
I got chosen.
Okay, so the probe is still alive. Okay, so George is the probe, and Jed was the brain.
No, I don't
Who
think
was
so.
who was chosen? Who was chosen yesterday?
I was
Who was that?
me, Laura.
Okay, and you did not die, so that wouldn't be a potential crawler play by not choosing someone, I guess. Okay, I was just
I
curious.
find just a social read. Laura answered immediately. Ross had like 1 or 2 seconds before he answered. I find it suspicious.
I'm thinking through this process. So what
Okay.
you're so what the theory is that Jed was the brain leech.
And then I
Why
die
would
that
the
night.
pro keep picking the quartermaster?
I agree. I think it's weird because
It was weird the first time. It was weird the first time. I agree.
Well,
I don't
And
think, but see, I don't think it was weird the first time. I think the first time made sense to confirm you, but why are they picking you every single time after?
The probe wouldn't confirm me. The janitor would, and we don't think there's a janitor. It makes zero sense to continually ping me.
Would,
There's someone
would the
that played
probe want to
janitor,
limit? The probe would want to limit how many people he's picking, though, right? What does the probe do again? Does it not confirm good players if you picked?
Yeah. Right.
In
So why
George's
would you
defense,
pick the same player twice if you were picking for the janitor?
it's weird. I don't think it's.
There
I
is
don't know.
a janitor in play or a claim janitor in play.
If
Just so you
Jed,
guys.
okay, just so I'm clear, if Jed was the brain leech, and Jed is now dead, and George is who he claims he is, then and his information is now solid, it's possible.
Okay. I think that Edgar should nominate George, and then we
I
kill
agree.
him. Because Edgar is
Agree.
claiming to be the security chef.
I just think there's
But
Laura,
George is the
Barg,
brain
and
leech, and
Sarah are all
Edgar is going to
working
be
very closely
poisoned.
together. Just keep an eye
No,
on
but
that.
he's not
No.
because
Very
we
closely
just found out
together.
that somebody
he's
got picked
brain
last
chef.
night, which means that George has to be the probe and Jed was the brain leech.
No, it doesn't.
Then
No, it doesn't. No,
there
it
was
doesn't.
a kill last night, though,
Yes,
right?
it 100% does.
Yes,
Yes.
That
I
means
died.
that we didn't kill a
Yeah.
minion, right?
What's
Correct.
the harm in killing George?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well,
Because
Edgar's claiming to be the security chef, which is an idiotic name of a role, and
Yeah.
we ca-
Right.
if we it's
It's
not your
only
fault.
if he nominates.
Edgar
I'm
didn't
trying to
nominate
say
me.
something which actually does have
Sorry.
substance, even if I got caught up in the naming of the thing. If Edgar is claiming to be the security chef, again a terrible name, if Jed was an evil player, then there should have been no kill last night. Is my point.
But
He
not to
did
dig my own
nominate.
grave,
He did
but
nominate
Edgar
Jed.
didn't nominate me.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
nominated Laura, and then Jed got
Okay,
over.
my bad.
His nomination
I'm always
got
just
Yeah.
overruled.
confused.
I think today that Edgar should nominate George, and then I think we should kill
Yes.
him. Edgar's
I
nominated
agree.
specifically, and then we should get the security chef to go off.
Yes.
Because to me,
Can
Jed
we
is
call it the
confirmed as
security
brain lead.
chief because we know it's a typo? Can we all agree that it's the security chief?
It says
I
security
don't
chef.
care.
Look at my background, Ross.
I'm
Sorry,
taking my
Edgar.
baguettes. I'm taking
My
my
background.
baguettes, and I'm leaving this
You
space
guys are
station.
driving me crazy.
I don't care.
I
Okay,
didn't
Edgar,
Photoshop this
Edgar.
background together for nothing, Ross.
Do it quickly,
right.
nominate, please.
I will nominate George.
This is an excellent kill.
Okay, Edgar nominates George. Edgar, do you have anything else to add?
The thing is, if people are correct, there will be no kills tomorrow. If not, then the people that wanted me to nominate could potentially be evil. So it's a 50-50 thing. Let's see how this pans out.
Yeah,
George,
give
your
me
defense.
give me 2 secs. I'm
I
trying
have
to make
a
sure
rules question.
Okay, hold on. Let's let George do his defense.
Okay.
Okay, George
It's
gets
all
his
right,
defense, y'all.
For what it's worth, if anybody wants what I believe to be my correct information for yesterday, it was a 2. But that's all I have to add.
Okay. Sarah, your
Every-
rules question.
Correct. So if let's just say in theory that George is the brain leech and he's poisoning Edgar right now. So his ability would not trigger if George dies. Is that correct? If those both things were true.
That is a good
So
question.
if George
Brain
were the
leech,
brain
you're
leech
alive, good.
and Edgar is the security chief in that world,
When a minion you nominate dies by execution, evil players are drunk. So if the security chief was
To nominate the brain
altered or
leech.
okay, hold on, let me answer. If the security chief is altered or drunk or poisoned or whatever, then when he nominates, then nothing would that ability would not trigger.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Okay.
there you go.
But I'm still okay with this kill because I think it's the brain leech.
Elliot, did you have something pertinent that you wanted to actually add to the count, or are you going to say something like you're confused again?
all sorted. I just lost my seat in the grim while I needed a second to get it back.
I want to pertinent information this. Just
Lynn, you're not seated either.
I'm not planning on voting. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I want to pertinent information this really quick.
Yes, sir.
Because Ross said he was chosen last night, I'm pretty sure that George is the probe and that Jed was the real brain leech. But he's an evil either way, so we should kill him.
Yeah, agreed.
So here we go. The countdown will start, and it's going to start with Jed.
Six votes, really, out of 8. Holy.
Could Mohammed be the other person because he's not raising his hand? Evil player.
He'd be evil.
I know literally nothing about Mohammed right now. Just
I know
Yeah.
it's wrong.
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times and he just
6
refuses.
is enough. 6 is enough to put George on the chopping block. Do we have any other nominations?
I'm okay. I'm okay with George going. Can we table the idea of Mohammed tomorrow?
Yes.
Sure, let's just talk about it tomorrow.
Let's see
Has
what
there-
happens
can I ask
first.
a
Let's see what
question?
happens
Steven,
first.
I am putting my hands up for a 10 count.
You don't have to
Thank
be
you, Trey.
belligerent about it.
I'm not. I'm letting you know.
Mohammed,
Sarah, I'm also doing a 10 count.
I see it. It's at 7.
So
Mohammed,
that's
Trey, what number is
George.
that? Trey, what number is that?
hey, Mohammed.
Unfortunately, I don't know numbers.
If Mohammed, if you
Lynn, just jump in if
probably
you
come
want.
out with it tomorrow, just so because nobody knows anything about you.
Yeah.
Varg should take the background
Okay.
off because I'm the security chef.
And
I haven't put it
George,
on. It's the greatest character.
George has died,
Good.
and the game continues.
I think Lynn was waiting to say something.
Yeah, fuck.
I didn't know she was waiting to say something. I was just 10 counting.
I had
so-
my hand up and my hand up, but I'll go in my room.
How did you do that? That's cool. How do you put your hand up?
I think it's
Oh,
reactions.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's under reactions.
Under participants, I think. You can get there
I
too.
mean, nobody was really talking, so.
All right. Oh. Fairly certain we've lost this. I certainly hope that George was the brain leech, and not the other way around, because then he'll get a kill tonight. If we don't get a kill, then they get 3 kills. If Edgar's goes off, then he's confirmed. And I don't know who she susses. She sussed Sean. Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing is a nightmare. It's not going well at all.
Tonight you learn. Actually, not everybody is here. We're missing somebody. Or is somebody's camera off?
Seems to be we're missing Mohammed.
I mean, are you guys hiding dead bodies in the night? I wonder why everybody keeps turning their cameras off. I mean, really?
I maybe it's a secret kill at night or something.
Well, there is actually.
You have to turn off the camera to do the kill.
If
Okay.
we get
You don't
rid
want
of
anybody
Steven,
to see you.
it will stop. If we get rid of Steven, it will stop.
All right,
I
so in the
think
night
so.
you learn that Edgar has died.
Of course I have.
I knew
Of
you'd die
course.
next.
What the?
All right,
And
so you get
Sarah-
five
Would,
minutes,
like-
everybody, go.
Would like
Sarah-
Steven like
Sarah
to talk
and
to
Edgar,
me? You know,
Come to my room.
hearing I
Sarah
can
and Edgar,
confirm?
please come to Laura's
Okay.
room.
Wow, the yelling.
Steven,
Hey, what
my
up?
room. My room.
Okay.
Damn it, Steven.
Oh, sorry, I went to my room. Choose breakout room.
And give me one reason why you're not the demon.
Well, I'm not evil.
I don't even know your role. Like
I
I'm
haven't
basically
claimed my role
confirmed.
because the minute I claim my role, people are going to think I'm evil.
I'm basically confirmed by all the good people. Only had a
Yeah,
few
but
people
just because you're
come talk
confirmed
to me.
doesn't mean that you're not going to suss me.
Yeah, well, I need to know your role
Well, that's the
so I
problem.
don't go.
The problem is that if I give you my role, then you're going to think that I'm evil.
Well, I need to know your role before you make that judgment call on me. I'm not Jason.
Well, I know what's true. I'm not speaking negatively about you. I just know that my role is going to make me look suspicious.
I'm not going to share your role with anybody. Like,
Well,
I think Mohammed is sus, but I just don't know anything about you. And if I don't know anything about you, I'm going to think you're more sus because you're not talking to
Well,
me.
do you trust Varg?
Not completely.
Okay. Well, me and Varg were working together in the beginning of the game. There appeared to be 2 disparate communities. However, if you don't trust Varg, then I don't know.
Okay, so Varg, you obviously know Varg's role, as do I.
Well, I know what
I'm
he's
assuming.
claiming, and I believe him.
Do you because the two haven't happened at the same time, the janitor and the probe.
I
I've
don't
never
think that there
seen-
is a probe.
So you're saying there's an infected instead of a probe then? Because
Well, I don't
obviously
know. Maybe
there's
maybe they're. I honestly don't know. Uh,
Varg. I told my roll to right away, and I did eventually die, which was great. But I haven't heard of like two people saying they were chosen in the past. You know what I mean?
well, yeah,
At
that was
once.
why I think that there's definitely only one. If you think that that makes it so that he's evil, I guess that makes sense.
I'm not saying he is. He could be very well be good. But yeah, it seems like all you guys are working together, and I would like to know, considering I'm confirmed, I would like to know some of this information so I
Well-
can maybe help you guys solve it.
Well, here, let me put it this way. I do have a theory. Sean claimed test subject. Somebody had proposed that possibly one of the outsiders was the brainwashed. It's possible that he is evil. It is possible that he is the brainwashed, and he doesn't know. So anybody, in my opinion,
Yeah,
that
but
claimed outsider potentially could be the brainwashed or evil, in my opinion.
he did claim test subject to me privately without the storyteller in whispers prior to him outing himself. But I would like to know your role, if that's possible. And I'm not
It's
gonna
not.
immediately say you're evil.
Well, I'm sorry, but
But the fact that Muhammad is still alive is a huge suspect on my list as well, considering what role he claimed to me. I'm surprised he is still alive.
all right. Well, I do have another whisper I have to make.
It's very disappointing.
I know. So I could hear it in Sarah's voice. She's disappointed in me too.
Oh, it's a huge. All right.
Sarah
My
is
room,
among
Ross.
the
My
minions.
room.
Trey,
Yeah.
just
Steven, can
a
I
quick
talk to you?
question. With the brain leech,
Steven, can I talk to you?
does
Sure.
that go through
Can we
evil
go
people
to
and
my room?
outsiders?
My room is third from the
Brain
top.
leech.
Let's go there.
Yours is third from the top. Let's go to. Do you trust me yet? I trust you.
I can't trust you.
I need to talk some sense into these town people. God damn it.
I know.
Here's the thing. George was the brain leech leaking through the minion Jed. That's the only way Michael and I were poisoned. The only way. They were both minions. We
Michael.
still have that.
I guess that
there.
makes sense. Well, here's the thing: if
Ross-
that could
Ross
actually be
has-
true, or Sean could also be evil, or possibly one of the three of them is the brainwashed.
Ross knew there was an extra outsider because he.
We've been sat next to you the whole time, so all the information you get should have been poisoned according to your theory. But how, if Elliot didn't die by the demon on the first night, if he was died through
Sorry,
the
Sarah.
how did that work?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, let me continue. Based on Michael's info, if he's not poisoned, Sarah and Laura would be the demon and the minion. And
Exactly.
based on my info, Varg would be the other minion. So 3 evil players voted, and George is saying he got a 2. So George cannot be telling the truth. That's why George is a minion.
All right, nominations are open, guys.
100% sure George is evil.
I mean, you would say that the town's basically split into 2 camps here with 2 worldviews.
Well, I will say
6
that
people alive.
we're on an even number. Maybe it would be good to not kill today.
So
Like we're gonna either do that
Why,
today or
because
tomorrow.
There's like 4 evil alive.
I feel like we need to nominate and kill Ross.
Wait, did we kill the probe or not? Is there people still being chosen? Because this would be helpful
I
information.
was not chosen, thankfully. I was not chosen. There's zero reason to kill me, Sarah. Zero.
I nominate Ross.
I don't see where this is coming from.
Varg nominates Ross.
I believe Ross.
In before evil and some other dumb shit. I'm not evil. I'm good. I feel like there are a number of people who think I'm good. I am the janitor. Oh, you could be the pro. Yeah, I know I can be the pro, but I'm not. I'm the janitor. So far, I think that Ross is the traitor, and I think we should kill him. I don't know who the real demon is. I'm still wavering. I'm pretty sure it might be Steven. I think Sean may have actually been the outsider and just played this game incredibly strangely for me, and I don't understand why. But to me, it seems like Ross is evil because I'm the janitor. I chose him last night and he didn't say anything.
Okay. Defense. I am the quartermaster. I have said it since day one. My information pile is verified through Elliot's infirm and Sean's test subject information. The reason why I didn't get a ping and say anything is because Varg is not the janitor. In my worldview, or it's the three are, or two are Varg and Laura. Sarah maybe, but I feel like she's being bamboozled.
I have pertinent information. I know that Varg is the janitor because Varg chose me one night, the night he was poisoned, and I didn't get a ping. And I was chosen as second, and he actually that day claimed he chose himself, and then he did get a ping. We agreed upon doing that. And then the next night he chose me a second time, and I was told that I was chosen. And I confirmed that with him after I confirmed it with him today, since I talked to Sarah all day yesterday.
How many times? Oh, wait a minute. Anyway, I was going to say, how many times did I say I was pinged? There's someone can verify that I was pinged, and I actually vocalized it. Correct? Someone in the room anyway. But at the same time, the only people that support Laura or back up Laura and Varg are Laura and Varg.
That's not true at all.
I've got personal information. The day after Lynn was killed, Ross said to me within the first 10 seconds of the day in my room that Lynn was Redshirt.
I also said that to Sarah. We hadn't talked to anybody else, and we confirmed it with each other.
Right, we know Elliot's good, and I told him Redshirt. How would I know that otherwise?
Because you're the traitor. Or the replicant who registered as good. The replicant can register as good. Good players learn if the child.
Okay, the fact that I didn't even know that should
Yes.
give me lead a little
We
more
got into
information
this
my way.
last
You
time
can
we
feign
played.
ignorance all you want, but it's still a very strong possibility that you're either
To
the
add to
traitor
this-
or the replicant, which you confirmed you think the replicant is in play. So
I do want to add to that. If Ross is the replicant, it would also explain why he chose Quartermaster, because he would know that there's an extra outsider in play, and it would automatically give him the count.
Certain information. There's not a replicant in this game, right? That is a trouble brewing thing. Or
what are
am
you
I?
talking
No,
about?
look at
Claim the
replicant,
second
that's the
outsider.
demon we
How are you now
have.
changing your mind?
Yeah.
Oh, the replicant.
That
yeah.
is
Sorry.
incorrect.
I was thinking. I heard recluse in my mind. I'm sorry. Please
Can I
forgive me.
ask
I'm an
how-
idiot.
That's
how
okay.
was-
Idiot.
So
It was comedic.
I'm an idiot.
guys, I am going to start the count here for Ross, and it's going to start with Lynn. Here we go.
I think we got our demon.
I would strongly consider voting on this.
All right. 4 is enough. Do we have any other nominations?
Mohammed, are you willing to come out with your information?
I don't think it helps.
Hey, come on now. At this time, still nothing.
Yeah, I'm the doctor.
It is super late in the game.
Super late in the game. I would like to nominate Mohammed just for the fact that with doctor information, well, I don't know what the doctor does exactly, but 6 nights into it, and we're just now finding out what his role is.
Ross nominates Mohammed. Ross, do you have anything to add to that?
That's it. That's it. Thanks.
Mohammed, do you have a defense?
So I'm the doctor. I claimed doctor in my tree with everyone. The night Lynn died, I was told that Lynn was the Redshirt, and the first person I talked to that day was Lynn, and I immediately told her that I saw her as the Redshirt. That clears me. I got the doctor info that Sarah was poisoned the day she used her ability. Then we killed the Jed, and then again I chose Sarah, and I again learned that Sarah was poisoned. That's why I was assessing Laura and George. and then we killed George, and then I chose Edgar, and I got that he was sober and dead. That's it.
That lines
Right.
up.
I'd just like to say, Trey, that I've used my dead vote.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Apologies. All right. All right, we'll start the vote. It's going to start here with Mohammed. I'm sorry, start with Varg. Right now, currently, Ross is on the chopping block with 4 votes.
I note that George used his dead vote on Ross, which makes me really trust Ross.
This feels like Demon Panic.
I'm not using my dead vote because no one else seemed to, and there's no point being solo. But
Lynn, can you corroborate that Muhammad talked to you first thing? Thank you.
Yeah, he did. He told me right away when he came, when I asked him to come in, he said, "I got you. You're the red shirt," and then he gave me his information, his role and information.
Hey, but that information still applies according to Varg's theory that the demon is seen as good and would get the red shirt information.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 vote is not enough. Anybody else have a nomination? All right, I'm going to start 10 count. Steven.
Yes.
I waited like 10. I waited 10 seconds.
I really think Ross is good.
He's counting
Yeah,
down.
guys,
I nominate Laura.
Steven nominates Laura.
I'm changing
Steven,
my
your
down
accusation.
Well, so here's the thing: is Sarah double claimed me, which makes her the minion. So she's been working very close with Laura, and there was a couple informations that pointed at her. I mean, obviously, she says that her. Well, I have a guess, but it could be wrong. But I think it's a bluff, personally.
All right, Laura, your defense.
I think because it's an all game. The only reason I'm a little sus that Stephen is just now coming out with this double claim. This would have been very pertinent info to have before. And I think that the information with Sarah being captain is corroborated by a lot of the information that we've gotten evil for George and Jed. And I really only started working closely with Sarah after her failed captain attempt, and we started putting together worldviews. But Ross is the better kill here. He has more evil, I think, sauce pointed his way than I do my way. Part of what from Michael's info, this whole idea that the demon is female, even though that was determined to be poisoned info, if our worldviews that we've mentioned so far are correct. But I've pretty much done what I can with my roles. So if you want to kill me, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm voting for obvious reasons.
Of course you are.
All right, guys, we're going to start the countdown. It's going to start with Chris A, who actually still is here, by the way.
Seems like I don't like this.
The reason that I didn't call her as a double claim
And then
was
Jed's voting too.
I don't like this.
And Elliot.
Why are we tying
this?
Why are
And I-
we?
and I-
Why
and
are
I
we?
picked
Elliot, are you evil?
Because I'm good.
I
and he
trust
knows
Ross
it.
absolutely.
Why do you trust
Elliot!
to tie the
I'm not
vote?
using my dead vote on
You
it, but I
have to
trust
tie
Ross
the vote.
absolutely.
You were ridiculous. You're literally tying a vote at Final Four. Or
I
whatever.
didn't. I pulled it down. I wasn't going to tie the vote.
Technically in it,
Anyone
final
else would have
six.
voted up, I would have
All
kept my
right,
vote.
three is not enough. Now there's 6 people still alive.
all right. Well, I am going to use my ability to publicly choose Laura since the town doesn't agree with me. The reason I didn't say what I said was because I was trying to watch to see what was happening. Like, Sarah's confirmed evil because she's claiming my role, which makes her the traitor, and I know that that's not, the demon, obviously.
The fact that Jed used a dead vote. They would notice that.
So if I know I'm good, then either Sarah or Laura has to be evil in my view. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I start to think Jed is evil.
Loving that I'm being targeted. It's great.
I do agree.
I'm restarting the 10 count.
1, 2.
Bad move, guys. Come on now.
The demon's been. I don't think it's raw.
Okay, I think this is fine.
I think I was poisoned and it would have ended the game if I wouldn't have been poisoned.
And with that, Ross has died, and Ross, you should have said that you were chosen because the game is over and good has won.
Called
Yep.
it.
And Ross was actually chosen. And he was told he was chosen, and he knew that he was chosen,
I
and
forgot.
he still denied that he was chosen. I'm like,
Steven
dude.
was the traitor.
Steven was
All
the
right, so let
traitor.
me share. Let me mute you guys, and I'm going to go over the grimoire here. All right, so I will start off by saying Varg pointed out a very small mistake that I potentially made, and after looking over all the roles, I agree with him, but it wasn't that huge. But the trader says that it registers as good, which to be said it could be a townsfolk or it could be an outsider. But then he pointed out some of the other roles actually do say townsfolk or outsider. So because on day one, Varg picked Steven, and I told Steven that he was chosen, which in reality I should not have done, but that was the only time that that came into play. All right, so Ross is your replicant. He registered as good for most of the pings, even to the point where I told him that Lynn was the red shirt. Lynn was the red shirt, and during the night phase, I think except for two of you, you guys got that information from Rose. And actually, let's put it this way: the only two people who didn't know that Lynn was the red shirt was George and Jed. Because that is where I kind of really figured it out was the whole red shirt. It says all good players, which is why this trader could register as good. So that was what clued me on that. Steven was the trader who used his ability too late. Muhammad was the doctor who, for most of the night, was picking people who were sober. I don't know why sober's in here because nobody's getting drunk. It's all just, are you poisoned and alive? Except for he did choose Sarah the night she used her ability and found out that she was poisoned. So he knew that. Varg was your janitor who picked Steven, and then he picked George, I think. The night he picked Laura was the night the probe actually picked him. So he knew that he was chosen, but Laura didn't know that she was chosen, and he knew that Laura wasn't going to get that information. And so that's where the whole Laura Varg thing came into play as their little duo. Edgar, the security chief. Edgar, I know you made a comment, but the reason that your ability wasn't working was because you were nominating 2 seconds into each day. Maybe wait a little bit. So, but anyways, that's why he was nominating so fast. He was hoping to, I guess, get a minion. Michael was the researcher who was being drunk the whole time. I was trying to come up with stuff. The first one, I just basically said it's not a replicant, so it was. And then it's interesting. So on the second night, after Sean was killed, the day that you guys killed Sean as the test subject, that would make Elliot now probe poisoned, which means that he was prone to die. However, Ross actually killed him. So in theory, he killed by either way. And so on the second day, I decided since Michael was poisoned, he could still technically get true information. I told him information that was both true and false, and that was that the demon killed Elliot, which I know at the time, Michael even said to me, well, thanks for that. But in reality, it was, at the time, if you had actually pieced it together, it was actually very big information. Then on the third night, I told him that the demon was female, which obviously it was not. And then expecting him to not be still around, I hadn't come up with anything else. So I told him that the demon was sitting next to a minion. And then he died. And I thanked Ross because in my brain, I didn't actually say thank you, Ross. George, the brain leech, was poisoning the test subject and Michael. I didn't give a crap that the test subject may have broken madness because the test subject was poisoned. The probe, Jed was picking, let's see, Jed picked himself on night 0. And then he picked a couple of good people. He picked Varg and he picked Laura, and I forget who else he picked. But
I picked Elliot the night you died.
That's right. I was gonna say his picking really truly didn't. I guess it created the Varg Laura pair when Varg was chosen and his ping didn't go off, but Jed's did. Anyways, John was the test subject who, to me, didn't. George said something about him breaking madness in the breakout rooms, but to me, what he did live by basically saying I heard of another outsider, to me was not a madness break or anything like that. So he did play that correctly. But yeah, in theory, Sean, you're supposed to keep it up in order to hold the madness even in breakout rooms. So you got to be careful if you're going to break madness to an evil player, because they'll tattle on you. Elliot, the infirm, double died the night he died by both being poisoned and because the demon picked him. Sarah was the captain, and the day she used her ability was the first day that she was being poisoned. Actually, I think it was the second day you were being poisoned, because you were poisoned there for several days. And then Laura, the assistant, never actually picked anybody who dies, so that she did not switch with them. That Ross, when you were asking about her being the citizen, that's why I was like, please ask your question very specifically, because I knew in my mind she wasn't the civilian. Chris A was the engineer, who again was also not doing, he didn't pick anybody who was drunk or sober. He picked Lynn, and he picked Edgar before Edgar was altered. And he also picked, I think he picked the probe. I think he picked Jed one night or George, one of the two. I can't remember. And yeah, that's it. Comments, suggestions? Did you guys enjoy that?
That game would have
Oh,
been
Steven, terrible.
extremely different.
Barg, I'm so sorry. But I did,
Okay.
through the middle, I did say that I may have been given shit or shite info. And
Yeah, sorry,
that-
Sean.
Yeah, I know.
I can't
See,
mad at your
all
golden
my
retriever.
chosens
I can't
got
do that.
blended with me, and I forgot. When you reminded me that you had told me, I'd forgotten all about it, and I'm like,
Because the day before, well, the funny thing was, is the day before when Edgar was right, he's like, did you notice Ross was the only one who delayed? He was lying about that night. He wasn't pinged.
Right.
He was the night that he wasn't. He didn't say anything about it. I was like, oh, dude, you just sunk yourself.
yeah, and that's fine. Like my brain just started getting mushy.
I like to say I told you so to the rest of the group, but I'm not gonna say it. I told you so.
I had evidence clearing Steven for the longest time, because I was told by Steven that he was chosen by the janitor. And then at the end of the game, we found out, or I guess 3 nights in, I found out, oh, surprise, he could have also been the traitor. And I was like, well, shit. So
I
chosen
honestly, Varg, I
Steven
figured
and then
'cause-
Ross. And I was like, so one of them could have been the replicant or the traitor.
Well,
and I wouldn't know either. Great.
To be
I
fair,
figured based on our conversation on the
Yeah,
first
Mike.
day that you were pitting together that it could have been Steven, but I was keeping it very vague in terms of that. But I figured that was why you were
I
asking.
wanted to confirm, because I did, like, replicant can see janitor, but traitor's not supposed to see janitor. So I was like, well, it depends on which character.
See, I don't know how I get out of. I don't know how I get out of that. Even if I said I was chosen, I don't think Laura or Varg or Sarah will pull it off of me no matter what. So
No, I think if you had come out and said that you were chosen, Varg would have been like, okay, he was chosen.
I would have been like,
you
well,
said no,
I would have
and
still
Varg,
said you could be the replicant, but I would have.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But you said no,
I
and
wouldn't
Varg
have-
immediately said, I'm
Because I didn't know if Varg or Steven was evil. I kept
Ross,
back and
Ross,
forth.
the thing is that Vark also, we talked right before the last day, and he did tell me that he chose you. So if you had come out and said that you were chosen, I would have been less sure.
I think less sure is right way to say it, but I don't think you guys were coming off me because you knew all 3 of you together. That was the only other option, really.
well, the thing is, you don't have to like fool them. You just have to wheedle your way through till enough kills happen.
Not
like,
die.
yeah,
You
it
just have to
literally
not
when
die.
you
I
win
forgot.
as evil, you're like sitting on the razor's edge. That's how it works.
Yeah, all you had to do was convince Elliot a little harder because he could have like tied
Oh
it.
yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, they're about to tie it. And then
You know
Ellie
what?
goes,
I'm gonna blame. Not this isn't real, but I'm gonna blame George a little bit. Using your dead vote to put me on the block.
Well, the thing is, I miscalculated. The only reason Elliot was even considering tying that was because I voted for you.
That is correct. And we did actually almost have another day there.
But I knew I had him. I knew I had Elliot.
I know.
I knew I had him convinced, but oh well.
So
that was what I did, 'cause I knew that he trusted me. He trusted you, and very much distrusted me. So I thought if I voted for you, then that would just prove it in his head.
I think if you had nominated me, I think more people would have voted for me.
Maybe because I
Picking
kept
Muhammad
waffling
was
between
just like
Steven and Varg
Yeah.
like real hard.
I didn't
mean,
know anything about Muhammad, but I knew he wasn't playing evil.
I've
that's
got
for
to head
sure.
out, folks. Thanks everyone.
Adios,
We'll talk to you
Steve.
soon.
I'm
gonna head off as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
all right, thanks for playing, everybody. I'm glad that went well.
I'm gonna leave you.
Really good
everyone.
See you later, Howard. Nice to meet you, Eddie.
I can finally go to bed.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about it. 6
I,
a.m.
I,
Stephen has his
didn't,
hand
I
up.
didn't like my role. I was not really
Easy
into it.
didn't play right. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Edgar. I'm sorry. I'm
I
kidding.
nominate
But
Varg.
randomly.
I nominate Varg to be muted.
Excuse me.
Randomly nominating people day one and hoping that they get executed is like.
No. The still
Call
is,
a move.
still is for this is the second time I've been this shitty role. This is the worst role
Not
in the
worst.
whole of this game.
Well, it's actually
And
not that bad.
Nobody can.
No,
Nobody
it's
can